Sure. I'll talk it out.
Yeah, let's just have a conversation.
Track 3.
Better not be fucking Dave Matthews Band.
Okay. Those of you who don't want to be a part of this can leave now.
Derek, please listen to me.
But if you choose to stay, which it seems like you guys are choosing...
Derek, please.
You understand and agree to the following terms and conditions.
Derek!
1.
Derek, this is the virus.
You hereby waive your right
Derek, please.
to your own personal bodily integrity.
This is not you.
2.
I don't like it.
Per the State versus Neville Reed, my colleague and I will not be held criminally liable for any felony or misdemeanor that you may be a victim of, including, but not limited to, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, disorderly conduct, destruction of property, mayhem, and first-degree murder. And 3, terms and conditions may change or be updated whenever the fuck I want! Consider yourselves notified.
What up, everyone? DJ Anubis here with you on the Metal-O-Mania Radio podcast, doing the top 25 horror actresses of all time, and I have some special guests with me today. To the left of me, or right if you're looking straight at the camera, is Crypt from Metal-O-Mania. Please welcome him. Down below me is Mr. Tony of the motherfucking Dead, my boy from horror. And, of course, we will have Kevin Lambert. He's kind of tied up with a few things, but he is here with us in spirit right now. So
he's got a girl over.
Yeah, so I kind of was just, I had this list sitting around. I'm like, man, maybe I should get this rolling and try to do something with this. And it was a real bitch putting this shit together because I literally have some runners up that I didn't even get in there. So, how hard was it for you guys to kind of come up with your own list? We'll start with Crypt.
Super tough list, actually, man. Yeah, we could have easily doubled it and made it a 50, but
You're right.
it's almost one of those ones where you want to do like the original era, maybe, and then split it and do a kind of a new age thing. But I feel like I tried to split the hair there and have a little bit of new, a little bit of old. We'll see how it goes.
What about you, Tony? How I know you talked to me yesterday. You were kind of like, "Are we putting this in order?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, we're putting this in order."
Well, it's in order as it came to my brain.
Right.
They're too tough to like say, and I'm trying, and I was trying to do it where what performance they did really stuck in my brain, and not just like big hits, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I could sit there and literally look at all the the actresses I was looking at, and say, "Man, I could probably move this one or move this one back down." You know, it's depending on your mood because you look at them, they're so dreamy, and it's kind of like,
yeah.
What was your general criteria going in when you were kind of making your list? What was your formula?
Well, one is certainly a personal, like, who's your personal fave? So who do you like find stands out the most? Or, like, there is when it comes to men, there's the sensuality, the sexuality of it all.
For sure.
In some cases, it's a matter of legacy. There's some that just have been around for so long in the industry and have become legends of the horror genre. So like that plays a factor in it. And then there was some I think a couple of days ago, I remembered one. I was like, oh shit, I have to have her in my top 25 because but she hasn't really done much horror since like the late 80s, early 90s. So it's like, but she still stood out enough to me to say I gotta have her in there.
Right on.
So it's just.
That's a key thing. I think nostalgia is that's a huge component to the list. I find that the earlier the movie, it kind of the higher that name went on my list because of the nostalgia factor, So
correct. And then you have like the new blood of women out there that are doing,
and there's a good crop for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get started because I know that Kevin, he was telling me that he couldn't even come up with 25. So I'm not even sure how many he actually got, but
that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll have some overlappingness going on too.
Oh yeah. Because somebody might say something here, and then like that might be higher in my list or higher in yours or whatever.
Right.
But
sure.
So let's start with number 25, and I guess we'll start with Tony. Who do you have at your number 25?
Oh God. Well, let me look.
And if his number 25 shows up somewhere different on our list, should we just point out that that's where that number bangs on ours, and then
no, you can just keep it to yourself, but you can comment on it, like how you feel about the actress or whatever.
Perfect.
So
you got it.
Well, I mean, like I said, these were going like through my head at the time, so that's the way I'm gonna do it like that. But like
that's fine.
They're all kind of like maybe this one I like more at a certain time.
Sure.
But I Carrie Brownstein from Portlandia. Like I thought she was a good actress and she makes me laugh. And
okay.
She's very versatile. So like
what I don't really recognize the name. So what horror movies was she in that I might know?
Are we doing horror? No, it was supposed to be horror. Well, I mean, they do horror skits on the show, so but
I think they do they also do is that the dark hair chick?
Yeah, I feel so much better now, though, man. I was feeling bad, but I had the horror part down, Tony. Me and Tony are going to go get stoned together later.
Well, I do think that Portlandia, they actually had one where I think both her and the male actor were in like corpse paint. I remember seeing that scene somewhere.
I do love her. I don't see any horror on her.
They play goth people, if that counts.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll give you a pass on that.
She's got a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode on her resume though, so that's pretty good.
I mean, if we don't want to count her, I have two follow-ups, like two.
I'll go with that. Let's see who you got.
Well, Catherine Isabel. When in your intro, I was like, oh yeah. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ginger Snaps is a great film.
Yeah, Catherine Isabel's a great one. Yeah.
And
Crypt, who do you have at 25?
All of them.
Yeah, my number 25, I'm coming in with Carolyn Monroe. Carolyn Monroe, if many might know. Oh, here, let me get my right notes. I'm still looking at the Portlandia girl here on my notes here. But England, of course, she's an old schooler. She's been in a whole ton of movies. You probably would know, let's see, some of the early stuff. She was in a lot of the Edgar Allan Poe interpretations early on, a lot of the haunting movies. She's even still doing stuff, although she's been around for a long time, man. Like my list features a lot of scream queens from the early days. Honestly, I definitely reached back into the early part of the bag here, and
yeah. That's why I love lists, because people will think of things that you may have forgotten, or it's just going to be very versatile and diverse. So I like. She's
in some Dr. Phibes movies with Vincent Price. She's in Dracula AD 1972, an underlooked great fucking horror movie, by the way.
James G. Warrior. He's one of the Metal-Maniacs here with us. She's a queen of the scene.
What's up, my brother?
Punks, Leader Kenny, Fred Armisen, Danzig at the Beach.
James is my boy. Well, and also she's in 1980, that movie Maniac that they redid a few years ago, actually, which they, as much as I dislike most remakes, I thought they did a pretty good remake of it with, what was that? Tobey Maguire, was it? No,
no. It's Elijah Wood.
Right. Elijah Wood. You're right.
I mixed them up too.
They're the same guy to me, man. Yeah, dude. How funny is that? But the Maniac movie in 1980 was a fucking one of those you rented from the video store, you took it home, and it scared the fuck out of you. A great fucking movie. She was in the last horror films, Do Not Open Till Christmas, Slaughter High, another great fucking 80s horror movie. Mm-hmm. There was a stretch there where she was in like every horror movie that you got through the 80s, it seemed like. The Black Cat, which is another great one. Howl of the Devil, another great one. So my number 25 is Horror Scarlet, Carolyn Monroe. Carolyn Monroe. There you go.
Yeah, Joe Spinell is like fucking amazing. I did not see the remake yet of that, so I'll have to check that out.
Oh, dude, it actually is pretty good. And I was reluctant because the first one, was a fucked up movie, but they did a pretty good. And the remake's pretty fucked up. So
yeah. My number 25 actually is a new one to the scene who hasn't really done much mainstream, but she does a lot of like B-rated films right now. I saw her first in a film that she did with Mr. Tony here called Night of the Axe.
I knew
at number 25, I have Miss Angel Bradford. And her list is starting to pile up, man. She has a lot of shit in her fucking filmography right now. This just touches the surface of it all. But she is something else, and I'm really impressed by her work. Tony, you met her. What was she like?
Oh, really? She's real nice. She's a really nice person. Like there's things that like happen on the scene that I won't say. Nothing bad. Just right. Pressure. And she stayed under pressure and everything. Very nice. Nice girl.
What's her signature horror movie to you? You said
Night of the Axe.
Yeah, that was kind of like her debut in that one there. But if you go to her IMDb, dude, she has like a shitload of stuff in post production right now.
Since then, she's
been blowing it up, dude.
Yeah,
I will say this, and this is gonna catch some people off guard. So depending on what you guys have on your list, these are my runners up. Okay, you ready for this?
Give it to me.
This shows you how hard it actually was. My runners up: Ingrid Pitt, Alita Vallee, Pam Grier, Samantha Egger,
Pam Grier,
Alexandra Daddario, Karen Black, Britt Eklund, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Linda Blair, Debbie Rochon, and Ashley Lawrence. Those are my runners up. That just shows you how difficult it actually was to fucking get.
All of those are fantastic, by the way. Those are
exactly.
Sure. But like to me,
Twin Peaks, definitely.
What did they do that like really stuck out in my head? That's what I was trying to go for,
Right.
Oh yeah,
something that nailed you in your breadbasket.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yours was Angel Nicole Bradford, right? That's your number 25. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. I'm looking her up. She definitely seems to be diving into the horror genre pretty heavily.
Oh, dude, yeah, she's full force in it. Let me tell you.
Awesome.
All right, number 24, Tony. Where are you going?
Well, technically, I had her at 1, but I don't know. This thing like switched everything around, so I'm just gonna go with what it says. Florence Pugh.
Okay.
I think she's fantastic.
Great actress. Great actress. Yeah, she did a great job in Midsommar. That was amazing film.
I don't really mind Don't Worry, Darling. I think she did good in it. I think it's a weird ending and all that shit, but like I think she's,
No, I think even Neko thought that might be kind of like a horror. It's almost like Stepford Wives type thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if that happened, that'd be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Right on.
So yeah, I'd say definitely her.
Yeah, she's probably one of my favorite actresses, but she's like very versatile in what she does now. Like she does a lot of drama, and of course the Yelena from the Marvel stuff and stuff like that. So
right, I like the Marvel stuff. That fucking Midsommar is a goddamn brilliant fucking movie, man.
Yeah,
I know that some people are torn on it. Yeah, I think Astor is a director to keep an eye on. I like everything he's done. I personally think that fucking him putting her in Midsommar, she makes that movie. The screams, even the 2 scenes in particular in that movie where she is put on point to scream, that she, it's classic Scream Queen stuff, man. It's what we're talking about,
Oh yeah.
Who do you have at 24, Crypt?
My number 24 is Carolyn Williams. Actually, does everybody know who Carolyn Williams is? Carolyn Williams, you may know her from 10 Minutes to Midnight, which was a 2020 movie. She was in the 86 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She's been making a rebound recently, even. She was in the Renfield movie with Nicolas Cage and everybody that recently. She was in that one of those, the Megalodon, the Frenzy movie. So she's been making a comeback as quite a bit.
Very true.
But
Kevin, welcome.
When you pull
Hello,
up,
sorry.
Yeah, she's known.
Sorry for the delay, but Chucky has finally arrived.
Okay.
Good to see you. Good to see you, sir.
Go ahead, Crypt.
But just Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, 1986. She's
Is she the one that played the DJ?
Yes. With the quite
dude.
The
her scream at the end of that film is nuts. Like that is like true Scream Queen shit right there.
She's
which film you talking about?
And she's in a lot of the horror stuff. Carolyn Williams, my number.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is the one she's most notably for.
Yeah, right.
Which is my favorite of the series, by the way. I'll just put that out there.
Yeah, agreed. Honestly, yeah.
Kevin, how many did you end up getting before we move on? Like how many?
Let's have a look. I have 1, 2, 3.
Carolyn Williams, still beautiful, by the way, though.
Yeah.
I have 8.
Okay, we'll hold off on you till we get around that end. So far,
Did you say 8? Did you say 8?
He said 8.
Yeah,
I love you, man.
It's because I've had a very busy week this week. I did have, unfortunately, some bad news at the beginning of the week for the family. So that kind of put us off track with a lot of me plans for this week. So I do apologise. But like we know, shit happens, life happens, and you've just got to roll with the punches.
Hey, man.
And but anyway, I've got 8 Scream Queens that I thoroughly enjoy. And I hope you enjoy them.
One for every fucking pain medication I've had to take today for my knees.
Okay, so
I've arrived and it's nice to be here.
It's a beautiful.
So far, we've got Angel Bradford, which was my pick at 25. I think Crypt had Carolyn Monroe at number 25. Tony, who was your 25 again?
Well, I said Carrie Brown's.
Yes, from Portlandia.
Yeah. I failed the assignment. I forgot they were supposed to be all horror.
Yeah, the one thing that he's supposed to be an expert in, he just totally forgot. So
I know you are the one that claims I'm an expert. I haven't seen shit.
This guy lives for fucking horror. This is what he does. But is that his number 24 was Florence Pugh, which was an amazing pick, by the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
And then Crypt, you went with who at 24 again? Because I've already forgotten.
Carolyn Williams. Carolyn Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then mine at number 24 might be a shock to some because of where I have her. But then again, we're talking about a long decades, a bunch of women in the horror genre. But I think this woman is very cool. I've seen a lot of like her interviews, and she's very nice on Twitter when I've talked to her. But Tony's actually met her. She started in Sleepaway Camp. That's Felissa Rose. She's in some other great films. Terrifier 2, Wolf Hollow, which I saw what she also did with Angel Bradford in that. So if you haven't checked out that werewolf movie, it's worth it. But
I've seen Terrifier 2 and Wolf Hollow. I'm sure I've seen. So great films.
Great choice.
Did you actually like Death House?
Yeah, a lot of people hate it. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like the best movie ever, but dude, I love when you have like a film where you have so many like iconic people in it from horror. Like I ate it up.
It was it was a cast.
Yeah, it was a cast. Like like a lot of people hate it, and I get it. But like if you really think about it, most horror done today just isn't very memorable because a lot of the good shit was already done. So it's hard to really recapture that spirit. Now I've seen some films here and there, like Studio 666 is probably like one of the best modern horror films you're going to see. That's kind of low budget. The Foo Fighters film that Kevin and I reviewed, that movie was amazing.
I actually
Dave Grohl's a good actor. Actually, he was kind of scary in that.
Yeah.
I still.
All right. Well, let's number 23, Tony. Let's hear it.
23. Well, you took mine. I had Felissa Rose on here too.
Well, you can always just bring it up when you want to talk about her again. That's fine.
Well, my 23 again isn't an horror. I have Louise Fletcher, but I can't think if she was in any horror movies.
We'll let Crypt do all the searching on IMDb.
Yeah, Louise Fletcher.
I mean, if you're putting it in a nut house with her, I think it'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Nurse Ratched role might count all by itself.
Dude.
Yeah,
she's crazy.
She was this crazy grandmother in Flowers in the Attic. I would say that counts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna counter.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was literally one of my favorite movies ever.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Most
I just
definitely.
recently rewatched that on Netflix the other day. Well, like the other day, like 2 weeks ago, and it still holds up for me. I get nervous now that I'm older,
Yeah, I watch it once a year, every year, man. That Cool Hand Luke is another one of those for me. Just movie you got to watch once a year to catch up on. But it looks like she showed up in a few, and it looks like she did some sci-fi, some Strange Invaders, Grizzly, the scary movie about a grizzly bear.
That's horror. That's horror.
She was the nice lady in Firestarter. Remember the nice lady that took them in and ended up dying for it.
I forget all this stuff. I'm fixated on like one particular thing that she did, and I'm like, okay. And
Twilight Zone, Shadow Zone. Yeah, she's got some horror. Nightmare on the 13th Floor. She's got some horror in there. Oh, look, Tales from the Crypt episode. So there you go.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, Crypt 23. Who do you got?
All right, I'm going to stay in the creepy area. I'm going to go with Dee Wallace, man, the mom from Cujo. Everybody should know the Howling movie. She was in Critters. She was in Cujo. She was in the Howling. She's got actually quite a few horror movie. I love all the Critters movies. I recently watched all those again. The redheaded kid from Critters has made a complete comeback because of the Family Guy dude has put him in every fucking thing. He's in the Orville with him. He's in the fucking Ted TV show about, which I recommend, by the way. If you guys haven't watched Ted, the TV show about the talking teddy bear, man, that shit is fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I want to watch that.
There's a
great show.
There's a new film that came out with Dee Wallace in where she plays the grandmother, I think. Where it's about a little girl and with the teddy bear.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's some creepy going on with the fucking teddy bear, and it looks like bugs or something comes out of it and attacks
Is that
people.
that new one?
Yeah, I think so.
Imaginary.
No, it's not imaginary.
Oh,
it's
not.
something
It's something
else.
Oh, then I don't know.
And I've seen the trailer for that, and it looks creepy. It looks creepy as hell. So
she actually had a pretty good role with some other like horror legends and zombies, Lords of Salem too. She was good in that.
Right. She was in one of the Jeepers Creepers movies. I forget which one, to be honest, but it's on here somewhere. But 3 from Hell, she was in all the Critters movies. She was in Dolls. She was in. She's got quite a fucking extensive horror. I would say she's got more horror than any other thing on her list, even.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, 23 for me. This is the one that I actually added real late because I just somehow blanked her, but she starred in stuff like Hellraiser 3, Warlock 2, and also Full Eclipse, which is a great werewolf movie, and that's Paula Marshall.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
She was actually in a Malignant as well, which even though I didn't like that movie that much, but she was.
Oh my God, Scully hates that fucking movie, dude. She hates it.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. It had some possibilities, but just some things didn't work with me very well on that.
I mean, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. But Scully's like, every time I bring it up, she's like, "Fuck you for taking me to that movie." You know?
Oh, you guys actually went out to.
Oh yeah, we was in the movie theater for that one.
Oh shit. Okay. So, any thoughts, Kevin, or do you not really familiar with her work?
With the,
Marshall,
I know more about Dee Wallace than this particular actress.
Okay.
Going back to Dee Wallace, I've just looked it up, and the film I was talking about is called The Nest, and it came out in 2021. So, and it's a fucking creepy ass movie. So if I haven't seen it, I would check it out.
Let's see, number 22, Tony, you're up.
22 for me. I have Danielle Harris.
Oh, good pick.
I don't think we need to. I don't have to, explain her. Everybody knows her.
Yeah,
probably mostly for Halloween. With we got Hatchet and Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, and she's just.
There was like this oh fuck moment for me a long time ago. So like I saw Halloween 4 in the theaters, and granted she was like a kid, a real young kid. So I loved the sequels to Halloween. Not as much as the first 3, but then like a few years later, I saw Urban Legend, and she was the gotcha getting banged in the bedroom, and I was like, oh my God, that's Danielle Harris. No fucking shit.
Yeah, all grown up now.
You're right, right. You start to look at him just a tad differently at that point.
Yeah, railed out and snailed out. I mean,
right.
Well, she's older than me, so it was okay for me to look at her.
Right.
That's how it worked. That's right.
You would have thought because of her massive connection with Halloween, they would at least give her some sort of small cameo in the reboots.
No.
It's really weird. I don't know why. I forget the reason why. There was some weird because she was like not knowing why they were doing that.
Yeah, I think it's because they wanted to focus on a timeline that was all about Laurie Strode. It's basically they skipped all the other sequels, and it was basically the only one that was in the continuity was the very first one, because it even skipped over Halloween 2, which I thought was as good as the first one back then. And it's basically just goes from the first one up to the first one of the Halloweens and the reboot. So obviously her character doesn't exist, really.
Removed from the canon.
They basically erased her.
Props to Zombie for putting him in his Halloween movies, because I liked her in those anyway.
Yeah, yeah. You would have thought she would at least had one cameo, even if it was a woman that walked into the house and she got a fucking, stabbed to death. Still, it would have been a good cameo to have.
Perusa Balk, man, James, good call. That one, she was fucking nuts in that movie, dude.
Yeah, I love her. Yeah, and I like her boobies.
Her boobies. Crypt. Who do you have?
I like what I got what you did there. And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too.
And I like them too. Yeah, that's good shit. But not to be overlooked though, that fucking the Daniel Harris, man, great call. Mm-hmm. She's got so many horror movies under her. Victor Crowley, I love those fucking movies, the Victor Crowley movies. Yep. She's in some Night of the Living Dead video game stuff, the See No Evil, the Camp Dread movie. I love that shit. So
yep.
I love all the Hatchet shit, man. All that shit I dig it, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to weigh in on that because she wasn't on my list, but I do very much like her. But let's go with number 22 on my list. Actually, is one you already mentioned, so we could go quickly by it. That's where I had Florence Pugh. Actually, was number 22 on my list. So
okay,
I loved Midsommar. Again, that that director is one I'm keeping an eye on, and if he's directing, then I'm going to make a point of checking it out. So.
My 22 is basically another kind of newcomer, and despite all the good work she's done in Scream and like Studio 666, her fucking representation of Wednesday Addams is just flat out fucking amazing. Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
And
it does not hurt that she's smoking hot too.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a very good actress.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see her play in Beetlejuice 2. I think that's gonna, because it's already been revealed, which I think it's too obvious to have guessed the question. She's playing Winona Ryder's daughter in Beetlejuice 2, which obviously was, I think, just looking at her, was a given that was who she was going to be playing. But here's the question: who's the daddy?
Yeah,
oh, that's right. Very true.
I hope it's me. I have loved Winona Ryder all my life, bro. I got a terribly bad for Winona. My wife has given me complete permission if I ever get a chance. I'm completely allowed to have sex with Winona Ryder. I'm sure Winona Ryder's super pleased by that. By the way,
Would you see Winona?
I'm sure it just excites her.
Yeah, she can't wait.
You're on her list
too.
Winona?
Yeah, would you see Winona Ryder as a Scream Queen?
I mean, if you argued, she
Dracula.
Was in,
she was in Bram Stoker's Dracula. That was, that's classed as horror.
Alien Resurrection. She was in Alien Resurrection.
I didn't put her on my list. I'll tell you that. She's more of that gothic, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't view her, I guess, as a Scream Queen. So.
But she's in Stranger Things and all that, so she stays within that like horror sci-fi realm a lot.
Yeah.
I love her liking her and Edward Scissorhands, to be honest.
Dude, Heathers, man. Heathers, bro. Come on. Heathers is a great movie. Yeah.
Number 21, Tony.
Okay. Number 21 is Jennifer Jason Leigh. I have.
Okay.
Nice.
I just watched Extends.
Extends is a great fucking movie, man.
That's the first time I watched it the other day, and I was like, wow, that's good. And then I started thinking yeah, she's a good actress. I'd say that's pretty scary, that movie. That's kind of a horror movie.
Dolores Claiborne, too. So,
Dolores Claiborne.
Being a white female, she was nuts.
Yeah, she's a good actress. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like her.
She actually, it's kind of funny because I thought she was actually the best character in Hateful Eight. I thought she was so amazing in that film.
Yeah.
Well, and for my age group, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, she was one of my first titties I ever saw. So,
Oh, yeah, buddy. Actually, that was funny because you mentioned that. My first titties was PJ Soul, so go figure.
Well, yeah,
I don't know who mine were.
Oh, man. Phoebe Cates and Jennifer Jason Leigh for me, I believe.
I haven't finished that movie yet, James. I haven't finished Beau is Afraid yet. I need to get to finishing that.
It's on my list yet. I think I said to you the other day we were talking about that.
I can't remember. I think my first titties in a film was just a random film where the main actor was banging a prostitute, and you just see the titties flapping up and down, and it's like, but the actress was an unknown actress, and I can't even remember the name, but I always remember walking
the credit
in.
That's titties, right?
Probably titty 1, titty 1, and titty 2 cameo.
Yeah,
titty 2, titty.
I remember her as the girl that made my balls drop. Okay.
I'm still waiting
See,
for mine.
you
to
can't
drop,
have
but,
a woman
you
on
know.
this talk. You can't
Right,
have-
right.
see?
Oh, Scully can hang with us.
Yeah, so can Neko. They don't really care.
Yeah. Neko would be fine. Yeah.
She'd be like, "Oh no, this chick's too high. That one's too low." You know, she'd be busting our balls about where we're ranking them.
What's up,
I think
James?
Winona Ryder could be a screen queen with Heathers. Yep, I agree. Yeah,
I love Heathers, man. That movie's a great movie. All right, is it my 21, I believe?
Yep, it's your 21.
My number 21 is an up-and-comer in the genre, I believe, and she's going to be here for a while. I'm going to go with Samara Weaving here, man.
Good
the
call.
Babysitter movies, Ready or Not. She's in the Scream franchise now. Not horror, but that Guns Akimbo movie is a goddamn brilliant fucking movie. I love the shit out of that stupid.
Dude, I don't know that shit that when they were putting the guns to fucking
right.
Dude, that was
pretty brutal.
morbid shit.
Yeah, pretty brutal. And dude, not to be overlooked, that Mayhem movie, where everybody goes. I love that movie, man. I love that movie. So
yep. Not many people know about it. I love that fucking movie a lot.
Great fucking flick, yeah. Man.
Ready or Not.
Oh, and Ready or Not's a great flick too, man. I love that movie.
Yeah, I liked her in everything I've seen her in. She's on my list as well. So
she's pretty smoking hot too. So
yeah, I always just like she looks so much like Margot Robbie, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, she is very similar looking to Robbie. Yeah.
We had talked about that the other day. I actually like her more than Margot Robbie, to be honest.
Well, I think she has more range.
No, I mean, like, I want to fuck her more than.
Yeah, that's okay too. I don't have a problem. See, I'm just gonna one up you. I'm gonna get them both in the bed at the same time.
Yeah, I was gonna say a threesome with the two of them would be a beautiful day.
Yeah, is this a list of top screens, or is it a list of who we want to fuck? I'm confused.
I probably still wouldn't turn down half of them, no matter their age right now. So
the lists would carry a lot of the same names either way. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Scream Queens or Cream Queens?
Yeah,
right.
The Scream Queens. There you go. That's
Scream Queen or Scream Cream.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, 21 for me. I'm actually going back a ways. She was married for a short time to Dario Argento, the director, and that is Daria Nicolodi, who was in a lot of his films, including Deep Red, Suspiria, Tenebrae, Pagini Horror, Mother of Tears. Hey, Cats Off of My Business, sorry. So yeah, she's made my number 21
favorite movies ever.
Yep, you know it. Fucking know it, dude.
Yep.
Know it.
That's one of my favorite flicks of everness.
Saw it for the first time on 97, so it's almost like 20 years after it came out. But I was like, I fell in love with it right away. Such a good movie.
Brilliant movie, man. That Suspiria is the first movie I ever watched where I said to myself, "Who the fuck directed this, man?" Because I am fucking feeling this shit, bro. The colors and the fucking everything was just
the wall of sound from Goblin. It was nuts.
Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Number 20, Tony.
Number 20.
Kevin's just waiting for number 8.
I have. Yeah.
Well, I've been looking at a few Scream Queens, so I could mention a couple that I've come upon.
Well, you can start at 19. Just start putting them together. He's like brain broke.
There you go.
Well, my number 20 I have is Maria Conchita Alonso.
Okay.
Yeah, from like Predator 2, Aliens. Well, she's not. It's not horror, but Running Man.
Well, technically, Running Man was a horror film. It was Stephen King, but they kind of made it more action when Arnie did it in the movie.
Yeah. And what's the other one? I'm blanking on the other one. Oh my god.
She was in. Did you mention Predator 2?
Yeah, Predator 2, Aliens.
I dropped the ball on you.
Was she in Aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm mixing her up with somebody else.
Yeah, you're
well, either way, she's in Predator 2.
Yeah.
Let's see. Definitely in Predator 2. So that's
the one who's in Aliens, was she not in Total Recall?
Oh yeah, that is who you're thinking of. Yeah, that girl.
Oh yeah, and Terminator 2. I think she's the.
Well, the girl from Aliens is in Near Dark. She's a vampire.
Yeah, and I think she's the mom in Terminator 2, where she puts the knife. She was the T-1000.
Right.
Yeah.
They kind of look alike. They kind of look like.
They do a little bit.
Well, who's in Total Recall and.
Well, Sharon Stone's in Total Recall.
The Running Man.
Yes.
She was a beautiful woman.
Not a ton of horror on her resume necessarily.
But she got a little bit.
Should I name one? Should I name one?
Go for it.
So, who I'm thinking of, I don't know if you've already mentioned her, and she was in Reanimator and You Are Next, Barbara Crampton.
Oh, man, you cannot come in here and way late in the list like this throw Barbara Crampton's name around. That's ridiculous. That's unacceptable. Barbara Crampton is
wait a minute.
Three name that you just came in and threw.
Is that like your number 20 there, Kevin, for her?
It's just one of the ones. Like I say, I was late. I was late to the game.
Your lack of homework just shit all over our list, man.
Well,
damn it. You cannot come in and start throwing Barbara Crampton in at number 20. That's insanity. That is sacrilege.
I said I would come up with a few people that I had come across.
Gosh. Jesus
my
Christ.
list, my list shit, to be honest, because I didn't have much time.
I think we should just end. We should just end the stream now. You've ruined it all. We're done.
I am highly upset with you for coming in here and popping Barbara Crampton out like that at number 20. That's insanity.
Well, at least I know you knew who the fuck she was.
Well, yeah, that's important.
Right.
All right, Crypt, who you have at 20, sir?
That's insanity. I'm sorry, I'm swallowing the sacrilege that I just witnessed.
Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, sacrilege. I'm gonna go at number 20, Lupita Nyong'o, who, man, Little Monsters. If you didn't watch Little Monsters, that movie is a goddamn must-see. It's a brilliant comedic horror masterpiece. And of course, her role in Us is insane. Us is literally one of my favorite horror movies over the last few years, man. But Lupita Nyong'o, fucking brilliant, man. Scary role. And again, Little Monsters by itself. You got to go see that movie if you haven't.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh my god, it's so good, man.
Now, Tony, I see Tony showed he had it, but did you actually watch it?
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of shit there you haven't watched.
Fred Savage, the same one, right? Or is there different Little Monsters?
No. The chick he's talking about is more recent.
No, not Fred Savage. No.
Oh.
It's a horror. It's a zombie movie that came out a couple years ago, actually, where these little kids go on a field trip and the place starts turning into zombies while they're there, and she's like the gotta like distract all the little kids by singing them songs so that they don't figure out that they're like being murdered and shit. It's fucking good movie, man. Really good movie.
I didn't see that one. I'll have to check that one out.
Here, let me tell you what year it came out, even. So it's not
all right. While he's looking that up, my number 20. She's done a lot more remakes than anything else, but I have to say I've enjoyed her in just about everything she's fucking done, and she is Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh, there you go.
She was great in Let Me In, another remake. I didn't see the Carrie one, but I did see Suspiria, and I did see Unreal Horror. So I've seen her in quite a few things, and she is a really good actress. Even some of the other stuff that's non-horror, she's actually pretty good. And I'll throw a bone to Tony there, since he's like picking all these obscure actresses who aren't even in horror.
She's actually on my list too, though.
It's good. That's important. Sure.
Yeah.
In fact, now we're going to go to 19, which we're back to Tony.
Well, my 19 isn't even a horror one, so I'll skip that one and skip me. Go to something else.
All right, Crypt, you're up.
Number 19 for me, I'm going to go with Anya Taylor-Joy from The Menu, Last Night in Soho. Great role in The Northman, but man, the one that really seals it for me is The Witch. I think The Witch is a goddamn masterpiece again. It's such a brilliant fucking horror movie.
It's
It
underrated.
captures. I'm sorry.
It's underrated movie.
Oh, it really is, man. It captures that feel. It's got that claustrophobic walls closing in on you kind of by the end of the movie. You're feeling like, oh my God, you know, it's a great.
I mean, let's face it though, man, as cute as she is, the real star is Black Phillip. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah. She is goddamn beautiful though. I will say that. Actually, you know, I just saw that last night in Soho recently, and I thought that was a pretty good flick.
Oh, that movie's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I love the visuals in that. Even that Mackenzie, whatever fuck she is, she's cute as a button.
Yeah, fuck yeah, for sure.
Did you see her in The Menu? The Menu was really good too.
The Menu's great. Yeah, I just saw that with Scully.
I still haven't seen The Menu, but
that's good.
Really good, yeah. Dark.
Lighthouse is cool. Lighthouse is really good. That's crazy. Defoe is a master, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Defoe is a god. Yeah.
Okay, I'm afraid to go to Kevin. Who do you have now?
Well, mine is.
I'm gonna cover my ears right now.
Who?
Keely Sanchez, I think she's called.
I don't recognize the name.
30 Days of Night, Dark Days she was in. She was in The Purge Anarchy, and she was in Sanitarium.
Okay.
Sanitarium.
So how you spell her name is Kiela, then Sanchez. So I think it's pronounced Keely. Keely Sanchez. So she's done a little bit of horror out there. I like the Purge series because it's a mixture of horror and suspenseness.
Yeah.
The first one for me is still the best, but I think Anarchy is the next best one after that one. And she's in that.
Which one? I think Election Year I like because it's just weird.
Yeah, the Purge movies are pretty wild, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony, did you find one?
Well, I didn't add her on the list, but like Warrior mentioned Melissa Barra.
Okay.
And I do think she was great in the Scream movies. So I'll take her. My number 19, because I forgot we were doing horror, is Tina Fey. And I don't think she's done any horror. I think she's a good actress, and she makes me laugh.
Yeah, she's a good actress for sure.
For sure.
But she's not a horror actress. So,
although she did have a scary good fucking Sarah Palin impression.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You betcha.
She nailed that shit down.
Yeah, she did.
All right, my number 19. She's most notably known for the Subspecies films, and she has done some other horror films as well. But that is Miss Denise Duff. If you haven't seen The Exorcist, that's a pretty good film recently that's been done, and Night of the Living Dead remake as well. So very cool chick, great actress. I really like her a lot and her stuff that she's done. Subspecies 5 is like the best of this entire series for me. If you have not seen it,
that's the newest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that that's like a full-on prequel? Wait, I think weren't we watching it in Chicago? Oh, you had it on.
Okay. James has got his beat. James got his beat. He wins. He wins.
Oh, what do you got there?
I'll say Amber Heard. And I'll let y'all figure out which one horror angle with her. Yeah, she's terrifing.
Yeah, very scary, man. She was in, but you know, most of her movies shit the bed. So,
right?
I'm just waiting for her. I'm just waiting for her to launch OnlyFans, and she'll be my friend again.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, I will say though, I think she's gorgeous, man. I know she's
she's beautiful. She's beautifully crazy though.
She's goddamn gorgeous though, boy. No doubt about it.
I actually watched Aquaman 2 yesterday, and obviously everyone was saying, "Oh, they've cut her scenes out," and she had all in that case, the court case, saying, "Oh, you know, they've had to chop me scenes." If you actually follow the plot point of the movie, she wasn't actually in it that much anyway. So for them to have cut her scenes, I don't know how they could have done it, because she's the plot point. You know, if you do decide to watch it, it like leads for her not to be in it that much, because something happens not far off at the beginning of the film that kind of takes her out of the plot till near the end. So it's like, how the hell they cut her scenes and she lost, you know, more appearances in the film because of this case is beyond a joke, if you ask me.
Right. All right. So number 18, I think we'll go to Crypt first and let the other two figure out where they're going to put their next picks at.
All right, I'm going to go with actually another relatively new name to the list, man. I'm going to go here with Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer from Nope. Did you guys watch Nope recently, man?
Yes.
I thought it was a super cool take on the alien fucking thing, man. I thought it was different. It was weird. It wasn't at all what I expected. I thought she was hilarious in it, by the way, but she's also been, and now she's, I believe, entering into the Scream franchise as well. And, let's see, she's in the Scream TV show, which is counts as horror as well. But even more funny, she's actually in that TV show called Scream Queens. She's in that TV show called Scream Queens. So,
yeah, I'm trying to remember because there is a chick that's in Scream Queens, the show. She's also in American Horror, but I always forget her name. But she's actually a pretty good actress. She's the blonde usually.
Oh yeah,
is that from Zombieland?
No.
Yeah, what's she's the
God,
one that's
she's a constant in the American Horror series. I know that. I always forget her name.
Yeah, let's see. I know the one girl is like the daughter of somebody, right?
That's maybe. I think he's thinking of, but I can't remember her name. In the the first season of it, like she's like
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts. Well, she's definitely a Scream Queen. She's in American Horror Story. She's been affiliated with that for quite some time.
Yeah. And right, she was in the Scream Queen show as well. Is she related to, like, who are her parents? Ain't she related to somebody? Julia Roberts. That's Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts' niece and her brother's daughter.
Right, Eric Roberts' daughter. Right, she's already got a better career than her dad does and stuff. So there you go.
Oh man.
Tony, you got anybody at 18?
Well, mine. You already said it was Felissa Rose.
Okay.
Good one.
I figured you'd probably have her higher than I did.
Again, these are just as they came to my mind.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Right. The name I'm thinking of is Betty Gabriel. So she was in Get Out, and she was in The Page Anarchy, and she was in Unfriended Dark Web. So she's she's like
James
she's like a new Scream Queen.
The Dark Web movie wasn't terrible, and Get Out was good. So. Yeah, It Lives Inside. Actually, yes, that's what I was. That It Lives Inside with her in it. That's a good fucking movie too, man.
Yeah. All right, my 18 is.
And by the way, she's in one of the Twilight Zones. If you guys haven't watched the Jordan Peele versions of Twilight Zones, they are fantastic, man.
You want a hot take? Do you want a hot take?
Good stuff.
I don't like Jordan's films.
No way, none of them.
Yeah.
No, Get Out or Us or none of them.
I think Get Out's a great plot. That's probably the best one he's done.
Wow.
Okay. I can't get into the other ones that well. I did see Nope. I thought it was good for a while, and then I think the alien thing went at the end kind of gave it away. Like I would have liked it better if it was just like mysterious. Because I like that whole. He could have just left it wide open at the end, but it kind of goes it.
Totally a different take, man. You know, the alien thing is so overdone, and I was like, I didn't see that coming at all. You know, I don't want to ruin it for nobody.
James agrees with you. He thinks he's a modern genius. So there you go.
Yeah, I do. I love his. I loved Us. I loved Get Out. I'm a big fan. And dude, I think the Twilight Zones that he did are insanely good.
Yeah.
My 18 is the daughter of Mr. Dario Argento, Asia.
Ah, nice. I love
Demons 2, The Church, Land of the Dead, Dark Glasses. Yeah, so I mean, I really like her, the stuff that she did even as a kid.
Such a crush on her at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, right. I love her. I love her, and I love her daddy. Everything that came out of that man, I love that stuff. You know.
I love that man.
That man put some good shit out there.
17. Let's start with Kevin.
Right, I'm looking at Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
She was one of my runners up. I think you missed it.
Mine too. One of my runners up as well.
She was in the Final Destination. She was in 10 Cloverfield Lane, The Thing remake, Black Christmas remake, Death Proof. So I do consider her a Scream Queen.
Oh yeah. She was even actually good in Death Proof. That was good.
I like her. I really do like Death Proof.
I love her and everything. I just watched the season of Fargo that she was in too, man. She's so fucking good, dude.
Wasn't she in 10 Cloverfield Lane too?
Yes. That's a good movie.
That was a really good film. Yeah.
Good flick, man. I love her.
I think when we talked
James is
about
like, he's still reacting to my Jordan Peele stuff. He's like, "Are you fucking nuts, dude? Come on."
Yeah, killing me.
The thing I remember when we did our top 10 sci-fi, you said you really liked 10 Cloverfield Lane, and you said it didn't even need the sci-fi element at the end, the alien element.
Dude, that whole like John Goodman was fucking amazing, dude. Like he was scary crazy.
He crushed that.
Yeah. Like just that whole like the ending, like I'm like, okay, it's cool, but we didn't really need that because I was like just intrigued by everything else going down in that, like, you know, the cellar and all that crap that they were in, silo or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, that alone was scary enough.
Yeah, man. John Goodman crushed that movie.
Tony.
Fucking brilliant.
My next pick is actually a B actress, Erin R. Ryan, who's been in a lot of like Henrik Kuto movies, like Christ almighty, I hate this shit. I can picture it.
How do you spell her name?
Let's see. We got some Haunted House on Sorority Row. We got Hellhounds, Primordial, Calamity Jane's Revenge, People to Kill. Quite a bit of horrors, in fact. Scarecrow County, and still active. It looks like Ouija Room. Yeah, man.
Yeah, she does a lot of horror stuff.
It looks like a newer addition to the horror genre. Let's see how old
Slaughterhouse Slumber Party.
Fuck yeah. Slaughterhouse. You can't go wrong with anything with Slumber Party in it. I'm in. You know there's going to be titties in that movie.
I'm the same way with Massacre. If it has Massacre,
yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, we're going. We can go.
Aaron
Crypt. Who do you have at 17?
I got another modern name that I believe is a name that's here to stay, in fact. And I eagerly wait for everything she's going to do because I'm a huge fan, and that's Mia Goth, man. I love the X movie. I love Girl. I loved I think she's sexy as all the fuck get out, too, man.
Did you see her in Infinity Pool?
Yes. Oh, dude, Infinity Pool is a goddamn brilliant movie. I'm so glad you brought that up, even.
Yeah.
That is the next generation of Cronenberg, bro. So that's that's very promising, man, because I'm a Cronenberg lover.
She was fantastic in that film.
Crushes that movie, man.
And I don't care. Alexander Skarsgård might have been shocked what she did to him while he was taking a whiz, but I've been like, oh, baby, please do some more.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm looking forward to in the new Frankenstein. She's playing the bride.
Fuck
so
yeah, man.
She's gonna be fucking phenomenal in that.
But do you know who her boyfriend is?
Yeah, it's Shia LaBeouf, ain't it? Ain't it Shia LaBeouf or whatever? Yeah.
One crazy to another crazy. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Good for him.
He might
have some.
They say he's a douchebag in real life. Sex. Yeah, right. I'm sure. But they say he's a douchebag in real life. But I like his movies, man. Like, dude, Tom Cruise does a nut job, but I like his movies. You know.
Well, you can't. One thing you can't knock about Shia is that he goes all out no matter what the role.
Right.
He goes all out. So.
A little too far sometimes.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
All right, my number 17 was actually brought up by Mr. Tony a while ago, but I still love her a lot. She was in Jason versus Freddy and Ginger Snaps, of course, and Catherine Isabel. She has a nice lengthy list of good movies here, and
I love her, dude. When I first saw her in Ginger Snaps, I fell completely in love with her.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's in the Hannibal series as well.
Yep.
So
smoking hot.
She's good in that.
She's in that Skull
Lynn Shay.
show.
Who's Lynn Shay?
Lynn Shay. I do not know.
I
I do not know.
James, you're gonna have to tell us who Lin Shaye is, so we know who the fuck you're talking about.
I know the name.
I don't recognize the name.
I'll look it up
picture
here.
what she's in.
Lin Shaye.
We're probably gonna be like, oh yeah, her.
Yeah, but that's usually how it goes. I'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I know who that is.
I missed the spelling though, so type it again, James.
It's LYNNSHAY.
LYNNSHAY. That's what we got. Yeah, man. So, IMDb is not giving me nothing here. That's pretty weird.
Yeah,
she must be really new.
Yeah. You know that porn doesn't count, right, James? You know, that's a whole different list.
Not yet. We're going to be doing that list at some point, but not right now.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything on Lin Shaye. I'm drawing.
Right. Oh, she's from Insidious, and
okay,
she's like the old lady. She's
okay. The old lady.
Nightmare on Elm Street. She was in.
She's done a lot of horror lately. Like she used to do horror and that, I think, years ago, and then she's kind of just
LINSHAY.
Yeah, she was the teacher in Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, sure. Okay,
right, dude. You know what? I love her. She's been in movies forever. But do you remember there used to be a comedy years ago called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but it was a comedy. What the fuck was the full name of it? But like the dude is like, it's a comedy, and the dude like takes a drug and turns into Dr. Jekyll. She's in that movie, and she's the nurse. Yeah, he's like it's a great comedy scene where he runs in and he's got a boner. You can see his boner sticking out of his pants and shit. And he's like, I got a boner that won't quit, and a fucking bunch of drugs and a crazy, mental problem. What can you give me for it? And she's like, $6.52. Shit is fucking great. That's a great fucking movie, man. Highly recommend it.
Oh my god. We're at 16. Let's go to Crypt. We'll start with you.
All right, my 16 is going to be actually Maika Monroe. Maika Monroe, man. The movie It Follows is what might come to mind for you most for her, is which I thought was a underappreciated horror movie. Came out.
People keep saying, I haven't seen it, but they showed like when Shudder did their like top scariest moments, that opening scene. Apparently that shit was pretty jarring. So I might have to check it out.
Yeah, dude, it is a movie that pulls you in right from the beginning. She's in it. Honestly, she does lose a few points because she's in that terrible Independence Day second movie, but she's in some she's in some great horror movies though. I actually thought that movie The Watcher, which is a freaky kind of fucked up movie she's in, is pretty good.
Yeah.
But It Follows is a great fucking movie, man. I think she's an up and coming person that's going to be one of the next wave of scream queens, man. Maika Monroe.
Maika Monroe. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tony.
It was number 16.
Yeah.
I have Carrie Wooer.
Yo, dude, great name. I totally forgot about her.
I love her, dude. I
don't remember which horror she's been in, but obviously Sliders.
And
she has a fucking amazing movie called Hit and Run that she did. That was a really good movie.
I love her.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, she
was in one of those big spider movies too, wasn't? What was the big
Eight-Legged Freaks?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was actually the mother of the daughter. Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. That was a young Scarlett Johansson. I forgot about that. No shit.
When I met Carrie Wooer, it was like one of the most nervous things I've ever been. Yeah, I was so nervous. I kept hugging her.
That's awesome.
And she actually wrote a thing. Thanks for all the hugs and that. Like, she was so nice. I've seen interviews where she's kind of like weird, but she was like so nice and everything.
Tony, boundaries. Need boundaries.
That's what. Hey, the bodyguard didn't say anything.
No. I wouldn't blame you, dude. Like, she is.
That's
gorgeous,
his job, not my job, right? Fuck.
Right.
The only job I want is
more hugs.
Yeah, that's what we're talking.
Hugs and jugs.
The only actress I was too nervous to meet was Betsy Russell.
Oh,
really?
Awesome.
Yeah. The only one that I could not. I'm like, I was so nervous.
That's awesome. Shit, Carrie.
Not that anything would ever happen or anything, but like word vomit. You know what I mean? Like, I love you.
I love you. I love you long time.
You teach me how to go ride a horse.
Kevin.
Carrie Werers, by the way, has got an
Who-
extensive horror list, man. Like I didn't
Oh,
realize.
good.
The Hitcher and the King of the Ants and all.
Oh
kinds
yeah,
of
that's right. So what? He was in the
Prophecy
Hitcher
movies.
remake, I guess.
Yeah, Sharknado, the Prophecy movies, fucking all kinds of shit. Yeah, man.
I love the prophecy films.
Yeah.
An old
Perfect.
version of a movie called Malevolent, but
Yeah.
Yes. Number where were 16.
16. Yeah.
So mine would be Lily Taylor.
I recognize the
Who
name.
was in she was in The Addiction, The Haunting, The Conjuring, Leatherface. So she's been in quite a few. She was the woman who was in the first Conjuring film whose family with her daughter and she gets possessed.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, and she was in The Haunting
right.
with, I think, I think Liam Neeson was in The Haunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I think
Wasn't
she's
Catherine Zeta-Jones in that too?
yes. But I think she's a decent actress, and I thought obviously she did a great job in The Conjuring.
Very underrated.
Yeah, I like the Conjuring movies, man. They're good flicks.
Mm.
All right.
Anything with
So
ghosts and that kind of scare me because it's like you never know. That and home invasion shit or like kidnappings, that scares me the most. Or the fucking nun.
I was actually rewatching what was it? House on Haunted Hill, the remake, because you had so many great actors. You had Jeffrey, what's his name, the British dude from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, and then you had Ali Larder, who's been in horror films too, like Final Destination. and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
I didn't think of her. I love her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's Varsity Blues. Oh boy,
Yeah.
get that whipped cream out.
I unfortunately have been in a home invasion before, man. I've been in a house that had a bunch of dudes come running in with guns and fucking do all kinds of crazy shit. So that was not fun.
No, that's what I mean. Like that's fucking scary.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Shit that could really happen.
I got hit in the face with a gun and fucking had to get 18 stitches above my eyeball.
Ugh.
Yep. Fun.
Well, my
crazy.
number 16 has actually been mentioned already, but I'm going to throw it up anyway because I do like her as an actress. Very great. And that's Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, buddy.
We
Can't
talked
go wrong.
about The Witch, Last Night in Soho. Great films, gorgeous chick.
Those
great
big,
actress.
beautiful eyes, man.
Yep. They stare into your
It's not
soul.
a horror, but she's gonna be in that Furiosa movie. I'm looking forward to seeing her in that.
Yes.
Me
Yes,
too.
that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that outside of Planet of the Apes, the sequel to that's my most anticipated film, Ferocia.
Fuck yeah.
Number 15. Kevin, you're up.
15, let's see who I've got or who I've looked at. So this one is along the similar line. She's like a newish actress, but she seems to be like making a name for herself in horror. She started off in American Horror Story, the series. She started off in the Coven series. Then she's the star of The Nun. And it's Tessa Farmiga.
Yeah.
You know, she's the sister of Vera.
Yep.
Is she the sister? I thought she was.
I think she's the daughter. I think she's the daughter.
No, I think she is.
No,
a
I
sister.
think it's her sister.
No shit.
Really?
Like a younger sister.
Vera,
yeah.
who is the lead in The Conjuring, she's the lead in the Nun series.
Right.
And but obviously she started off in American Horror Story, The Coven, which is my favorite season of all of American Horror Story. So,
Yeah, I like the Coven season. That's a good season.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right.
She's kind of
They're sisters.
Yeah,
I always thought it was her daughter.
I thought it was her daughter
So-
too. No shit.
so she's kind of stuck with the horror genre. And did you do something called The Final Girls as well?
Oh yeah.
That was good. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that could be a separate list, honestly. Kind of the Final Girls, but good
Yeah.
shit.
And that's like sad that I know where that is. It's like, oh,
And actually, I fucking hate James Warrior right now. Because he just reminded me of somebody that probably should be on my list that isn't.
Oh, you said James Warrior. I'm like, what actor is that?
I'll actually let Tony, if he can remember. So, do you remember we were talking about that VHS you had called The Kiss, that movie with Joanna Pakula? Meredith Salinger, man, dude, I love that chick.
Yeah. Oh, and Joanna Pakula too, actually. Shit.
Yeah.
I didn't think of her.
Oh. All right. So who did I go to first? I went to Kevin first on 15.
Well, I'll go first because I have to pee.
No. Who did I go first? I think I had Kevin go, right?
Yeah, I think you did Kevin's 15.
All right, so let's go to Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
My next on the list is Carla Gugino.
I love her.
Yep, I like her in everything she's in. And most recently, Gerald's Game.
Yeah, a great movie.
Different kind of horror, but still pretty fucking scary to be handcuffed and you can't get out.
She's good in that Edgar Allan Poe thing series. What was that, House of Poe or the House of Usher?
Oh, yeah, those movies on
Netflix.
On Netflix, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, she's good in them shits.
Yeah,
and she's sexy as balls too.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, okay. So is this the one that was
she's in Sin City,
The Haunting of Hill House?
Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah. Sexy as balls in Sin City.
She's beautiful, dude. She is beautiful.
Yeah.
She is also in Son-in-Law.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a bathroom break.
That is her, isn't it?
Okay.
I'll be right back. I have to drain the snake.
Is her and son
all right, we'll just chat while you guys pee.
That's funny. Well, I am gonna cut your boy's taint. Come walking in here talking about Barbara Crampton and the fucking butthole into the list. I'm gonna cut the boy.
Yeah, I've only been playing this for like over a week or so. These two guys, man,
got the fucking homework down, huh? Jesus fucking monkey balls. Goddamn fuck knuckles over here.
It's like, what are you doing to me, man?
For fucking
Rush also has Paris Hilton. Are you talking about the racing movie, James, or something else?
Rush, the movie Rush with
well, there's a couple of them. There's one with Johnny Depp and what's her face, and then there's the one with the racing movie with Chris Hemsworth, which is really good actually.
I thought there was one with the junkie or something like the.
That's the Johnny Depp. What's the other chick's name?
Was that Johnny Depp? I didn't realize that was Johnny Depp. I thought that was the dude from. What's the big brother from Lost Boys? What's Corey Feldman's big brother in Lost Boys?
I don't know.
What the fuck is that dude's name? I thought he was the dude in fucking. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up here real quick.
I'm trying to as well.
The Lost Boys. Yeah, Jason Patrick. I thought he was in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It is. Or maybe. So maybe I was thinking of an entirely different movie. So it was Jason Patrick and Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah, right. That movie. That's the Rush movie I'm thinking of.
Okay, I thought there was something else with.
They were cops who got hooked on drugs and shit. Not that would ever happen.
Right. Now I'm confused about what that movie was I was thinking of. Be further back than that.
Yeah.
Oh, Blow. It was Blow. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay. Yeah. Blow was a cool flick.
Mike Flanagan, he's done all those. Midnight Mass. I haven't even really started Midnight Mass.
Yeah, I like a lot of his. Oh, Midnight Mass was good. I like that one. That's one of my favorite ones. Actually, was the Midnight Mass one. I like that. I liked the House of Usher was really good. Yeah, James, that's right, man. That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one? The Midnight Mass, the House of Usher. There was another one. Can't remember what it was called, but I liked it.
What do you say? A Haunting of Hill House? That's a Flanagan one?
Yeah, that was a good one too, right? Let me see if I can connect. It won't let me.
Hey, Jedi Vale, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Open the Google.
Glad you stopping by, brother.
Hello, Jedi.
Jedi.
All right.
Jedi
So
warrior.
who just went? Did Tony just go?
Yeah, I said Carlo Gugino.
Okay. So who's up? Crypt? Is it Crypt's turn?
I think it might be my turn here.
15.
Let me I'm joining the chat so I can talk to our followers here. Okay.
Oh, Jeffrey Rush. Yes, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
All right, my number 15 is going to be Lori Cardille. Lori Cardille, Pennsylvania, born in 1954, so this is the old school one. But you'll know her from 1985's Day of the Dead. Old school shit, man. She was in The Edge of Night, which is such an underrated movie, man. If you guys haven't watched that movie, it's from the 50s, but it's a great fucking movie. But she was in the Tales from the Dark Side TV series. She was in, again, Day of the Dead would be the most notable on the horror list, but she's got quite a bit of horror on her resume as well, man. Old school horror scream queen, Lori Cardille, my friends.
All right.
Day of the Dead. Goddamn great movie, by the way. Still a great movie.
All right. So my number 15 is going back a little ways, but she's still doing horror films. In fact, she was also with Felissa Rose and Angel in Wolf Hollow. Nice. And her role was actually quite fucking hilarious, but she was really, really cute back in the day, too. That is Lynn Lowry. The Crazies, Shivers, another Cronenberg, his daddy Cronenberg, Spill Your Guts. Sir. I Drink Your Blood. A lot of great films in her filmography. Great actress, and I really enjoy her stuff. All right.
I like her stuff, man.
Her stuff.
Like you don't like Peel. I'm not really a big fan of Argento.
What?
Okay. Yeah, I know.
I've heard it before. Oh, it's okay. It's okay if you're wrong. That's okay.
Yeah,
just chew your gum, pal.
You guys are killing me.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls.
All right, 14. Let's start with Tony.
My 14 is Juliette Lewis.
Good call.
Nice.
From Cape Fear, Dawn, Cape Fear, Nothing Natural Born Killers.
Yep.
I love her.
Plenty of things, but I just think she's a all-around good actress.
Didn't she have a metal band for a minute?
Yeah, she did.
Still in a
kind
band,
of punk metal or whatever, but she was. I think they performed in Strange Days too. That was a great film.
Killer.
I'm trying to look up like something else. She wasn't like a main character in it, but it was like Cold Creek Manor, maybe. I think it's called.
Her dad was the dude that was Clint Eastwood's sidekick in the Any Which Way But Loose movies and shit. That dude was her dad. In real life, that was her dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Crypt.
He's been in a bunch of movies. All right, let's go with a kind of really just from one franchise for the most part. But man, when I think of Scream, I think of Neve Campbell, and I give her a lot of credit, honestly, because I feel like Wes Craven at that time was really responsible for helping to re-energize the slasher genre. And I give Neve Campbell in those movies a lot of credit for that, man. And she was
good in The Craft too. The Craft was good,
outstanding.
I was going to say The Craft.
The Scream movies, I believe, I give her a lot of credit. That's kind of that began that big next heavy wave of Scream queens. I feel like so she deserves some credit for being
up to that point, horror was kind of dying, like mainstream horror was.
1000%.
And then all of a sudden, like you see, Wes Craven re-energized the mainstream horror,
right? By poking fun of it, by picking it up,
making fun of it, laughing at itself,
right?
And that also re-kicked off Drew Barrymore's career too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Kevin, 14.
Right, we're on to 14 right there. I'm just kicking me cat out the way because the fucker's getting on my nerves. So this one would have to be. See, I'm stuck on a couple, but I think this is a good choice, and it's similar to who you've chosen, and it's Courtney Cox.
Okay.
Because I think Courtney Cox is a Scream queen. Like, she's been in every Scream film.
Yeah.
And so I do consider her a Scream queen. So
I've
Courtney
always
Cox, I would
loved her,
definitely
man.
see-
Yeah, it's funny.
Obviously, she's
The funny
more.
story about her is for me is that, you know, I grew up in the 80s and stuff like that. So when I saw the Bruce Springsteen video for Dancing in the Dark, she's in that.
Right. That's
And
right.
I thought she was really just an ordinary girl. Like, that's it. Like, that's all I thought. And then Ace Ventura came out, and I'm going, wait a minute, I've seen her before. She's an actress? They fooled me, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I love her.
Cocoon
And
as
I've
well.
always loved her.
She's in the second Cocoon movie as well. Cocoon, is it Cocoon Return or
I
something?
think one of my favorite moments of her is 3,000 Miles of Graceland. That movie's amazing.
I love that movie. Yeah. That's a fun fucking flick.
Yep.
Motherfucking
Oh.
Courtney Cox, man. Yeah, I've always loved her, dude. She's a hot.
Good
She's
call.
a hottie,
James.
yo.
Good call. He says Heather Leathercamp. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you dick. Why did you do that? That's literally the next one on my list.
All right. Well, my number 14 is probably one that could almost have started the entire Scream Queen thing. And she goes back to 1978, where she started in Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
The Fog, Prom Night, Terror Train, and so on. She is a staple in the Halloween films. Great actress. She's done a lot of great stuff outside of horror as well. True Lies, just stuff like that.
Oh my
She
God,
rose
True
above
Lies.
the Scream Queen, man. She was a Scream Queen and rose above it. And
oh, that's what I was thinking of, James. That's the one I was thinking of, because who was the girl that played Oxford that was so hot?
Denise Richards.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's why people really like that movie. They don't even care about the plot. They just want to see it.
that's right. Well,
The plot isn't even that bad, but yeah, nobody cares.
Right.
Everybody just wanted to see Nev Campbell. She didn't show her boobs then.
No.
Nah.
Denise Richards did, though.
She made up for both of them.
Yeah.
She was a hottie. Denise Richards and her daughter both have an OnlyFans, believe it or not now.
Oh, that's right.
So,
wow.
I didn't know Denise had one now. I knew that, like, because I think she's just doing it out of spite of Charlie Sheen.
I was going to say, is that Charlie Sheen's daughter? Is it Charlie Sheen's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, Jesus.
And throughout The Sopranos, who I thought was sexy as fuck, has got a OnlyFans now. Drea, I forgot her.
Drea De Matteo?
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. I love her.
There's a lot of, like, you know, major
I didn't know that all
kids.
them were doing all that. So are they like you sitting around like playing with cucumbers and shit? Like, what are we talking about here?
I'm not a subscriber. I couldn't tell you.
I'm definitely not a subscriber, but
I'm sure they would for the right price.
She's recently did an interview, Drea, basically saying she didn't earn a lot of money during The Sopranos, and I think she was a guest on the Desperate Housewives when that come out, and apparently she wasn't that paid, and she goes, everyone assumed she was paid a fortune for both shows, and she wasn't, and she's thanking OnlyFans basically for saving her house and keeping the roof over her head for her and her kids.
Fuck out
So she must be doing something on there to keep her house.
That's goddamn funny, man. Hey, do what you do, bro. I ain't got no heart. I ain't got no hate for you.
Nope.
You know.
Let's see. Did we already do you, Kevin? Did we already do you for 14? Or 13?
Yeah, it was. I've just said the name before. It was Courtney Cox, wasn't it?
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So now we're on 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not done my 13. Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with Tony.
My 13 is one that you actually mentioned with Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
So we don't really have to talk too much more about her, but yeah, she's
good call.
I mean, ever since she played Hit Girl, I knew she was like a good actress.
Yeah,
and,
I like it.
And now she's just really good. She's just great.
Yep. She's actually quite funny. There's this, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it on YouTube, but these actors will get together and they kind of like crack jokes on each other. So it's like you'll have Margot Robbie and Will Smith trying to insult each other, and then I think Ryan Reynolds and James Brolin did it or something. But Chloe and Seth Rogen were doing it, and she just like crushed him. Like he had nothing for her. It was the funniest fucking thing. Yeah. Okay, Crypt, do you have one ready? Because Kevin just jumped off screen.
Yeah, my number 13 actually is what my main man James on the chat board just mentioned, and that's Heather Langenkamp, man, from the Nightmare on Elm Street flicks. She's obviously the main protagonist versus our main man Freddy Krueger. She's the ultimate dream warrior, as it were, and I love her. I've always loved her, and I love those flicks. I love even the shitty, cheesy ones. I love those movies, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. How can you not? Yeah. Can't be a horror fan if you don't like cheesy horror. Come on.
Yeah, man. I love it. Good stuff.
All right, we'll get to his when he comes back. For me, we've actually talked about this one at 13 for me. I think Tony brought her up. We talked at length about it, and it's Danielle Harris. Like, she's
definitely a great choice.
Yep.
You can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
The fucking Victor Crowley shits. All them flicks are sweet.
Sweet.
And that's Eli Roth, right? Isn't that Eli Roth, baby? Those flicks.
I believe so.
Victor Crowley
I think
and all
so.
that stuff. Yeah, I think
maybe.
so. He's got a series actually, I think, out right now that I've been meaning to check out, but I haven't yet. But
I did like Thanksgiving. That was actually pretty good.
Dude, Thanksgiving was a great flick, dude. I think I watched that based on your recommendation, actually, and that was really good.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
While we're waiting on him, man, a couple of horror TV series that people got to watch. Have you been watching that From? There's been 2 seasons of it now. FROM. It's got the what's that guy, Michael? What's his face that was in that Lost? Remember Lost?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Michael Harold Perrineau or whatever. Actually, that guy's in it. It's a TV show called From, where these people end up like driving through this town, and then you're stuck there. You can't get out. And at nighttime, these like monster demon things come out every night. It's a pretty fucked up TV show. It's pretty good. And Severance, man. Have y'all been checking that out at all, man? It's
heard that.
It's got that dude. What's the dude? Adam Scott, I think, that's in the second Hot Tub Time Machine movie, where you go to work every day, and on the elevator, your brain kicks on and off like you're a different person at work than you are at home. Your home person doesn't remember your work person, and your work person doesn't remember your home person. It's like something you agreed to take this job, so for copyright, I guess, or whatever. But
yeah,
pretty wild stuff, man.
Okay, Kevin, we were on number 13. Who do you have?
I have Riley Keough.
Okay.
Who is the granddaughter of Elvis Presley.
Okay.
Ah, nice.
And she starred in... She's had like quite a few interesting horror films. She starred in It Comes at Night, Jack and Diane, and the upcoming The House That Jack Built, and she's also going to be in a film called The Lodge.
Okay.
So she's done a fair bit of horror, but it's more like psychological horror than gory horror, but she's still classed as a scream queen, in my opinion.
Right.
She looks like a Presley. She's got that Lisa Marie look about her.
Yeah.
It Comes at Night was a good fucking movie, man. I dug that flick.
Yeah, I just don't think I do think she's a fairly decent actress. I just don't think as of yet she's had that one role that's gonna catapult her into the atmosphere like Mia Goth has. I just think she's waiting for that one role that's gonna
go next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig it.
All right. Number 12. Let's go right back to Kevin.
Right. Number 12 is a woman that I like, and it's a B-movie actress. I don't know if she's too, low on my list. I don't know if I should have her higher because I don't want to be, strangled from the fucking computer screen again. But
Yeah, just know that Crypt has not forgiven you yet for the Crampton.
Oh no, yeah, the Crampton thing. We gotta meet in the parking lot at some point. But go ahead.
Right, it's Tiffany Shepis.
Don't recognize the name. What is she in?
So she is a B movie actress, and she's from a film called Scarecrow.
Okay.
She's from The Toxic Avenger, I think 5. She's from Bloody Murder 2, which are really fun B movies. I enjoy them.
Me too,
I
bro.
think she's. I see. I do like mainstream horror films with the mainstream actresses, but you've got to love the B movies. You've got to love the corniness of them. You've got to love the over-the-topness of them. And she's one actress in these that I've always enjoyed her performances in.
Dig it.
Okay. Solid pick.
We'll have to get together one day and do a list of great B horror movies and shit, So.
Oh yeah. Dude, the possibilities are endless. In fact, Mr. Lambert has like a nice little segment called Into the Darkness where he talks a lot about horror films and stuff. So that'd be a good opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think of your boy Crypt, bro.
Yeah, obviously. I'll get you in there. You know
me and Anubis are gonna be doing like a discussion on the Evil Dead franchise soon.
Nice.
Discussing all the films from the original to the 2, the remake, and of course the latest one, Evil Dead Rise.
Fuck yeah.
So if you want to get in on that.
I love everything Evil Dead. I'd love to. So yeah, man. I'm a huge fan of that stuff. Bruce Campbell is a god to me. So
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Groovy.
Yeah.
Crypt, who do you have at 12?
My number 12, you may know her as Cassandra Peterson.
Oh yeah.
Or you may know her as her more famous name, Elvira, the Mistress of the Night, man. I grew up watching the creature features and stuff that she would host, and I loved her. I loved her that, you never saw them, but man, the cleavage was amazing. I mean, good grief.
Yeah.
They still are, and she's pushing 70, amazing. And those bad boys.
She still looks great, dude. She still looks great. Oh my God.
I would still dive in them and do a titty cuddle.
Unfortunately for every.
Oh, you lost your mic.
Your mic went in and out.
You hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. Now.
As I say, for every man out there, she likes women.
Yeah, she's apparently been in a relationship for like 30 years, 25 years with somebody. So more power.
That's Tony. It's okay. I identify as a woman.
Yeah, hey, I would for a day. I would for a day to hang out with her. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
The beard gave it away. I kind of thought.
Tony at number 12.
Well, I originally had another actress, but then I'm looking like she's not in any horror. But so when I forgot to add the list, I'm gonna take Jamie Lee Curtis. She definitely would have been on my list. Just not just horror, but like all around. Like she's a really great actress, and like from A Fish Called Wanda to the Halloween movies, and god damn was she cute.
Yeah,
back then. Oh my God.
Well, and Trading Places was another famous set of booby shots.
Oh my God, yeah,
yeah.
That was a big booby shot for guys our age, man.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sure. Number 12 for me is someone that's not as widely known, but I really like her work, and that is Linda Hayden from The Taste of Blood of Dracula, The Blood on Satan's Claw, which is one of her most main ones that people know her from.
Okay. Yeah.
Madhouse, and of course Trauma. So, I really love her work. Great actress there with that. So that is my number 12.
Old school.
So, yeah, very old school. Definitely back in the 70s, late 60s. And you'll probably see more of those as we get along here.
The Blood on Satan's Claw, good stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So number 11. Let's go back to Tony.
Well,
I'm putting him on the spot.
I have her. I have it, the name, but I want to make sure she's in horror because again, my brain was stupid when I made this list.
At least you have a qualifier. Your brain was stupid when you made this list. My brain is stupid all the time. So
like I'm literally making my list as I go because, like I say, I'm kind of making up for the beginning of the week.
Well, no worries, because Crypt and I were busting on you guys where you were taking pee breaks. So I'm like, I've only been asking for this for like a week. I mean,
well,
you guys have impressed me with your homework. I'm just saying.
Well, I guess
I kid.
Yeah, we're fucking
all right. I have Kate Blanchett, but like she's not really any horror.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Adrienne Barbeau instead.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm leaving now, you guys.
Hey, but at least he got a name. At least he got a name.
Like,
my number one and my number two have been just kind of haphazardly thrown out into the conversation tonight.
Well, these are just
killing me.
They're not really in any order. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Them, you know what I mean?
I'm just like that. I'm just picking them as I go because, like,
you know what? Next time I'm guesting on any of your shows, I'm not coming in prepared. I'm just gonna go in and do this shit all day. Kill me, Smalls.
Killing me.
All right.
Yeah, but the difference is, at least mine have been actual real horror actresses. I get one up on Tony.
Yeah, I just gotta give Tony so much shit because this is
Adrienne
at least
Barbeau.
I picked more names than 8.
Adrienne Barbeau and Barbara Crampton deserve more love than to have their names thrown out haphazardly as if it's a second thought in this conversation.
Right. Barbara Crampton's not even on my list.
Killing me.
All right, Crypt, 11.
He's in like I don't like. I'm not really a fan of Argento. Barbara Crampton's on my list.
Well, you didn't really make a list. So Barbara Crampton not being on your list is not saying a lot because you didn't really make a list. But
sure. I have a list. It's just I forgot they were supposed to be all horror.
Well, I was starting. Let's be fair. I was starting to make a list, and then shit happened, and it distracted us. So I've had to kind of come back together very fast.
Okay. Back on track.
Back on track. Our top 11, right?
Yeah, you're at 11. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me? Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Let's go with the famous performance from the movie The Shining, man, that puts her on the list squarely. And I picture her. She's been memed the world over, actually, for her role in The Shining. But, man, Shelley Duvall. Let's go with Shelley Duvall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was great as olive oil too, and Popeye.
Yeah, right. The perfect olive oil. She was born for that role.
Yeah.
And didn't she make an acting comeback last year in a horror film?
Maybe.
She apparently, she's never performed in a horror film or any film for years, and I'm sure last year she did a return to horror. But I think it's literally just like a small cameo. But, she hasn't acted in anything for years. And she acted in something last year, which I was really surprised about.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it's called The Forest Hills. In fact, I never even heard of it. So I'm going to have to check it out. That snuck in under the radar there.
Isn't that when she's in with Felissa Rose or something? Didn't Felissa Rose do something recently with her, too?
Maybe.
I think so.
I mean, a lot of those old school actresses have been kind of working together recently. So.
Yeah. Oh, look, Felissa Rose is in this actually. So The Forest Hills has got it. Felissa Rose in it as well.
That must be what it is then.
Yeah. So I seen the trailer for it. I had
look,
heard
Dee
about
Wallace
it.
too. Geez, this is a whole bunch of people from that are making a comeback in this thing. It looks like.
Yeah, it's like a throwback to all the 80s and powerful 70s scream queens.
No kidding.
Yeah. All right, Kevin, number 11.
Number 11 for me would have to be the sister of Tamina. It'll be Vera, who was in The Conjuring. Yeah. So I wanted to make her before we get into the top 10. So.
Long live the king.
So you got all the Fermiglias.
Yeah, so she's a little bit higher on the list. So she's at number 11. And we know she's from The Conjuring. And we know she's a decent actor. Outside of The Conjuring series, I'm not sure if she's done any other horror.
Yeah, she did King of the Monsters. She did Departed. She was really good in that.
That's right. Yeah.
So she's done some things out there. She's pretty good. She actually, I think, and I don't even know if you guys even remember this because. So, do you know who Jeffrey Donovan is, the actor?
Oh
From,
yeah,
from Blair Witch 2 and stuff like that.
yeah, from Burn Notice. He was in Burn Notice with Bruce Campbell. Yeah,
he was in a series called Something Evil, and it was him and her. They were cops.
That was a great show. It was called oh my god, what was that show called even?
Something Evil.
An underappreciated show, man. The bad guy in it was that bald dude who's like the bad guy in a bunch of things, but let me see.
Touching Evil, that's what it was.
Touching Evil, man. That show was great. It was scary and fucked up. It was a good show, man.
Yep. Yeah, it just dawned on me she was back then too. So
that's
all right. My number 11. This chick wasn't so much in like the gory horror stuff, but she was in a lot of thrillers and gallows stuff. Very easy on the eyes, and that's Edwidge Fenwick. 5 Dolls for an August Moon.
Oh yeah.
Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. So she's been in quite a stuff, but man, she was a looker.
Yeah, stunning.
Eye candy from back in the day for sure.
Yeah.
Look at the eyes. She's got stunning eyes.
Very hypnotic.
All right, a lot of Italian actresses from like the 60s and 70s, like I don't know if she's Italian.
Yeah,
but
I was watching some
gorgeous.
Actually, some movie last night called
French.
I'll Possess Your Corpse or something, but it was a Portuguese film, and even the Spanish women and I were just like mesmerizing.
Oh yeah,
shit. She's
we're at
still gorgeous. 10?
Yeah,
Crypt. 10.
Crypt, we'll go with you first.
Number 10. Let's do another old school, man. Let's go with Olivia Hussey. Olivia Hussey, that you will know for sure from Black Christmas, which is 1974 classic. I love that movie. A fucking Death on the Nile, the original Death on the Nile, the 78 version she's in. Shit, in the back in the day, she did pretty exclusively horror, I believe, and then disappeared for a long time, and then did a couple things a few years ago. But man, fucking the role in Black Christmas puts her squarely on my Scream Queens list.
Very nice, Kevin.
So because we're now in the 10, this is where my list. I know everyone on this list. So at number 10. The newest Scream Queen who's making a name for herself, already been mentioned, Mia Goth.
Yeah, gotta love her.
So she's number 10 on my list because she's the newest breakout Scream Queen. And I know she's she's staying within kind of horror, but she's going gothic horror because she's done obviously Pearl, she's doing Maxine this year, and then obviously she's doing Frankenstein with Del Toro this year, which I'm looking forward to because I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, she's actually a very wonderful actress. Very, very good.
Dig it. Yeah.
Tony, number 10.
More than a little sexy, man. More than a little sexy.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with a B actress, Ellie Church.
Okay.
Everything she's in, I want to see, and I own most of it. She's a very nice person, and I think she's a really great actress. I have them right here. I look at Plank Face, The Bad Man, Headless. If you ever seen Headless, there's a ton. She's just in a lot of B-rated stuff. But she's a very, very good actress, I think. And it doesn't hurt that she's really cute.
Never does. Never does. Number 10 was actually brought up by Mr. Crypt not too long ago. I love this actress, and she's got a great start, and that is, of course, Samara Weaving.
I love
Mayhem, The Babysitter, Ready or Not, Scream 6, wonderful actress, and her future is bright for sure.
Well, that's my number 9, so we can skip me for 9.
Yeah,
that was my number 9.
No. You don't get out of this that easy.
Well, it saves us some time.
Well, we are on number 9, so technically, we're already there with him. So
yeah.
Crypt.
We can go by mine pretty quickly too, because this is where I put Jamie Lee Curtis is at number 9. Iconic Halloween, The Fog. Honestly, and people think of Halloween, which of course is a great role, but she was in tons of horror, man. Like The Fog was even better role than back then, in my opinion. Prom Night, Terror Train. I love Terror Train.
Yeah.
And dude, she did a Dorothy Stratton biopic that I thought was really good about the Dorothy Stratton murder and shit. Pretty good.
Not many people seem to talk about Terror Train as often as they do.
Underrated
the Fog
movie.
in Halloween, where I think it's just on the same pedestal as them, in my opinion.
1000%.
I don't know. Like for me, Terror Train doesn't really live. I don't know. I guess it's better than Prom Night in a lot of ways for me. But
I love Terror Train actually.
David
Halloween, man, that's like the pinnacle, really, for me.
Yeah.
David Copperfield in a lot of ways is scarier than Michael Myers.
Right?
So creepy in Terror Train.
Yeah, right.
Tony, number 9.
My number 9 is Octavia Spencer. She was in Ma. I mean, she's not in a lot of horror, but like in Ma, she was just very like trustworthy, and then she has other things in mind in that. Like I just think she's a great actress.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yeah, my aunt had passed away last year. She was Octavia Spencer's like the black version of my aunt. They have the same face, like that, like that judging look. That's how my aunt was. It was so great.
So you loved her immediately because of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I dig that though. That's cool.
So yeah, that's
okay.
That's my number.
That's your number 9, huh?
9.
I dig it. I dig it.
My number 9.
Can you dig it?
Most notably, a fucking legend in horror.
Oh, look, I got my Warriors hat on.
Yeah. And that, of course, is the legendary Barbara Steele. Black Sunday, Castle Blood, Angel for Satan, and Shivers. She's another one that was in it with Lynn Lowry, Piranha, the original Piranha film. So,
I love Piranha.
Yep.
We will revisit her because I have her on my list.
Good man. Number 8, Crypt.
Number 8 for me, I'm going to go with Sybil Danning. Good old Sybil Danning. Beautiful.
Good call.
Recently made a comeback, I guess. Well, not too recently, but she was the nurse in the Rob Zombie version of Halloween, which I thought was cool. I do like that about Rob Zombie, man. He does cast some cool people in his flicks.
Oh yeah, he goes all out to get all the cameos.
The people that I love, man, like They Live. He got the girl with the eyes, man. He brought her back.
Meg Foster.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Not too many people like 31. I love 31. I think that's a great film.
It's a fucking fucked up movie. I like fucked up movies, man. But Sybil Danning, of course, was known for a lot of nudity. And dude, she's got 5 current projects listed on under IMDb right now. So she's active today, but she really got her start in German sexploitation horror movies, which I think is funny, man. Like if you go back to her early days, she's half naked and things covered in Nazi symbols like crazy in her early movies, man, which is funny.
Nazi ploitation, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. But Naughty Nymphs.
She-Wolf of the SS, stuff like that.
Right, exactly. She was famously in Chained Heat with Linda Blair from The Exorcist, where they got naked together a couple times.
There you go, Naughty Nymphs.
The Hitchhiker, there you go. Naughty Nymphs, a great one. The Hitchhiker HBO series, she got naked in that, of course. The Howling 2 is probably her big horror, but but
I mean, that's the only reason to watch that film is for her.
1000%. Well, it's funny, guys our age always knew that, like the Lady Chatterley movies. Like if you heard Lady Chatterley, it was like that softcore porn, and I think she did like 2 or 3 of those also. So
yeah.
Phantom Empire is a great movie, though. You got to watch that. Amazon Women on the Moon, man. These are all Sybil Danning classics, bro.
Right. All right, who's up? I don't even remember now. I'm lost.
I think Kevin.
Okay.
Right, we're up to number, is it 8?
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to go with Linda Blair.
Okay.
Linda Blair,
From
the Exorcist, baby.
And Scream. And she was in that ridiculous, the comedy version of The Exorcist. Repossessed, I think it was. Which I thought was hilarious. And
I love that
curious, movie. I'm curious because of how The Exorcist Believer basically bombed. I know they were going to do a direct sequel, which was going to be called Exorcist Deceiver. So I don't know if, and I'm sure she was going to be in that, but I don't know if they scrapped it completely and she won't be returning to the franchise. But I'm sure she's also starred in other horror films outside of The Exorcist.
Yeah,
she actually did Hell High, which is amazing. Like I saw that for the first time a couple of years ago. That's like an early '80s movie, but it's really fucking good.
a lot of shitty prison, female prison movies too, man. For some reason,
Didn't she do
yeah.
Angel or something?
yeah, Angel, like the
Savage
prostitute
Streets.
flick.
Yeah.
She was in Chained Heat though with fucking Sybil Danning, who I just was talking about.
second time he brought that up. He's like,
Man. Chained Heat, boy, you gotta watch that. Well, I remember being young thinking, like, really, this is what the Exorcist girl's doing, huh? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Crypt number 8 for you. There you go.
I
love
it. Look, that's a 3 heat package, baby. He was bringing the heat. You see that?
Packing the heat.
I love it. That's good stuff. All right,
Number
is it my
8.
7?
It's 8 for you.
Oh, I thought Sybil Danning was my 8. No.
Are we? Which one are we on?
Jamie Lee Curtis was my 9. Sybil Danning was my 8. I thought.
Okay, well I didn't do my 8 then, so that's probably. So what was the one that? What was the one you did, Kevin? What number was that you did?
So I did Mia Goth was 10.
Was that your 8? Oh, okay.
And no, so that may be my 9, is it?
Okay.
You said Linda Blair.
Linda Blair will be 9, so I'm on to my 8th now then.
Did you do your 8th, Tony?
No.
Okay, so yeah, so either one. Let's go Kevin first, and then we'll do Tony.
Right, so my number 8 would have to be I forgot it. From the Nightmare on Elm Street has already been mentioned, which is Running Camp.
Yeah, yes. There you go. You can't go wrong, baby.
No, so she's my number 8.
She made that franchise.
Yep.
Tony.
My number 8 is actually Elizabeth Moss.
Okay.
Like Invisible Man. Well,
that's actually underrated. That's actually underrated film.
So
it is.
Underrated,
it's a good
man.
one.
It's a brilliant flick.
I love the concept. It's amazing.
She was in Us, Handmaid's Tale, which everybody probably knows her from, but I think she's I'm a Mad Men, but that's not horror. But like I just think especially Invisible Man, I thought it was a good movie. I think she's a good actress.
Yeah, fantastic.
My number 8. Well, go ahead, Crypt. I didn't hear what you say.
No, I just said fantastic. But
number 8 for me, we've talked about at length already. But she is definitely in my top 10. Mia Goth, of course, definitely worthy of being there. So, yeah. All right. So that moves us to now number 7, and let's start with Tony.
Well, my number 7 isn't in horror, but I guess if you think of all the things that happened on this movie that are bad that happened to the actor, I have Judy Garland.
Okay. Well, Wizard of Oz has some creepy shit about it for sure.
Oh, right. A real life horror story, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, we're really stretching it thin, but yeah, we'll give you a pass.
I'm if I don't say her, then I'll say Debbie Rochon. How's that?
That's a good pick. That's actually a solid fucking pick. I actually saw.
We're building bridges out of toothpicks in here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. I'm gonna just start making like videos like, okay, I'm gonna spell this out for you. This is what you gotta do. Crypt, number 7 for you.
I'm gonna throw you my 7 and run to the restroom real fast. But my number 7, and you know what's funny? I just checked. She has 181 acting credits under her name, man, and most of them are B-level horror movies. Yeah, right. Linnea Quigley, who I love. She's been in some of my favorite horror movies, even, man. Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Demons, Graduation Day, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Fatal Games, Creepazoids, Sorority Babes, and the Slime Ball Orama, which is under
Orama,
yeah, man. Even made an appearance in one of the Cheech and Chong movies, which is awesome. You know, Still Smoking. She's one of the hot chicks in the background, and and you know that In Search of Darkness documentaries, which do a really great deep dive into 80s horror movies. has a really excellent section where they talk to her and go into a deep dive, in her stuff, some of the movies she did, which I think
a couple years ago, I went to Joe Bod's drive-in, and she was there. We got to meet her and got an autograph and picture.
Awesome.
That's so awesome. She's so nice, really nice.
She's outstanding, man.
Yeah,
top shelf.
Yep. All right, Kevin, number 7 for you. While Crypt goes wee wee.
I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
So number 7 for me has to be somebody that I think deserves to be on the list because of the circumstances, and she was very young when she passed away, and that's Heather O'Rourke from The Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because obviously she was only a young child, and obviously she passed away really young. But I thought for a young actress, her performances in the Poltergeist films were outstanding. And also, I just think if she hadn't sadly passed away, she could have been like the new Kirsten Dunst. She could have been the Kirsten Dunst prior to Kirsten Dunst started off an Interview with a Vampire and went on to have quite a successful career. And I just think if her time hadn't been cut short, she could have had quite an interesting and similar rise in career.
Dude, if you both have Shudder, right? Both of you?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Cursed film stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
so they
heard of
talk
the
about
stuff.
Poltergeist. Yeah, it's good, dude, because not only do you talk about like O'Rourke and what happened with her, but the sister in the original, she was murdered by her boyfriend shortly after that film. So like that whole fucking shit is like nuts.
Yeah.
Just everything surrounding that film.
Another, no, she's not on my list, but another like young actress that could have probably went somewhere is that Bridget Anderson. She's from Savannah Smiles. Like she was well, she died when she was 21. I think she had an overdose, but like still 21 is pretty young.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think she could have been another one that could have if she was around now, she probably would be in things.
That's true. True. Yeah, I mean, there's still like as we go along through this list, there's still like I said, Meredith Salinger was in some stuff. Joanna Pakula. So
I've tried to make when I didn't like from 8 downwards, I wanted to have a mixture of more like a mixture of newer screen queens, potential icons, and I wanted the bottom half of my list going to 1 to be all the classic like screen queens that we all know and love. So as the list progresses downwards, you'll probably see that the people on it are like people that you've already made a mentioned or who I consider.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I was surprised we didn't re-mention others more. You know what I mean? I thought we'd all be like, yep, got that one. Yep, got that one.
Right, yeah. We've been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda Blair, Heather O'Rourke.
Right.
Linda Blair and like Heather O'Rourke are definitely, for me, horror icons. And obviously, I love the first Poltergeist. I prefer the first one to the second one.
Right.
So that's why she had to be on the list.
Yep. All right. Well, my number 7, to close up the 7s, is this chick was really big for me in the 90s. She was in Scream 2. She was in the Grudge remake. And, she was known also as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar. In quite a bit of films. Great actress. I actually saw some reunion stuff from the Buffy cast. That was a lot of fun to go back over that. But so she's pretty high up on my list in terms of screen queens.
She was in everything. Seems like in the 90s. She was in it a lot. She just kind of disappeared.
Well, yeah, I think once she married Freddie Prinze Jr., it was kind of like she was just going to be kind of home mommy for a while, and then
I read she started her own company, like doing like Tupperware, something like that. She's got like a company, and wasn't she in a television series last year? But it's been cancelled after once.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and it's something wolf or something that I don't know if it's a werewolf thing or if it's about firemen, but it's based.
Yeah, I don't think it's werewolves. It might have been something else, but yeah, I think I recall her being in the series.
That's right.
Yeah. She does a lot of voice acting work as well, because does she not voice Leela in the new He-Man series on Netflix? She does a lot of voiceover work. I think, like you say, it's easier to do voice acting work than it is physical acting for, like, especially if you've got a young family. So I think she's more or less become a voice actor than a physical actor.
Yeah, and actually, in some ways, her character in Cruel Intentions was pretty scary, even though she was like a real bitch.
Oh yeah,
she was great in that film, though. We are at number 6, so let's start with Kevin.
So at number 6, just because I love this film and I love the 2 films she was in, is Jane Levy. I love her in Don't Breathe, and I love her in the Evil Dead remake. Like, a lot of people sleep on the Evil Dead remake, but I really enjoy it. I actually prefer the Evil Dead remake better than Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, me too.
I like both of those. I do say I like Evil Dead remake better than the original Evil Dead, even though I still like Evil Dead 2 more. But that remake, dude, it's great. I love it a lot.
That's all right. You could be wrong if you want.
It kind of
right. Yeah, everyone tells me that too. A lot of people tell me that.
Yeah,
that's my hot take on that one. Like, I'll tell you one another hot take, because Cripple loses mine, but it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
what I loved about is how they threw the curveball. Like, you always, like, our brother who was in this film, you assumed he was going to be like the Ash of the film. And then when he got killed, and then she's no longer possessed, and the fucking arm gets ripped off, and then she gets the chainsaw, I was just totally besotted. I was like, fucking yes. This is what I loved. I loved the guts. I loved the gore. I loved everything. And it was totally, like, I wasn't expecting it. And I think because I was so totally surprised by it, that's why I love the Evil Dead remake. Because it wasn't just a direct remake. It had twists and turns that I didn't see coming.
Yeah, so Crypt, I do prefer the Black Christmas 2006 over the original.
Yeah, you definitely. I knew you were about to say something to make my dickhead fall off and roll down. Somebody's playing hockey with my dickhead in the street right now out front because it rolled off.
All right.
I don't dislike the remake, but yeah, the original is the original, baby.
Yep.
I'll one you up.
That a lot.
I haven't seen either one.
What? You're a horror movie dude.
He said right. I am.
Dude, I'm kidding you not. Every fucking DVD and shit behind him's horror. He just doesn't watch them. It's all there. All there. He just doesn't watch them. Okay, so number 6, Crypt, you are up.
Are they in the background behind you? You haven't lost them, but do you have them back there? Are they in there?
Have what?
The Black Christmas movies and shit. Are they back?
I have the original, but I haven't. I've only seen like the first 2 minutes of it because I don't want to watch it unless it's around Christmas time, and then I know I'm weird. I have to be in the mood for shit. But I've never seen the remake, but I haven't heard anything good.
Well, there was another remake that was a couple of years ago. That one I didn't watch because I heard it was abysmal, so I didn't bother.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot I haven't watched. Well, growing up, I didn't really watch a lot of horror. I watched a lot of comedy and like adventure movies.
Well, if you don't want those horror films, just send them over my way, dude. Like, that's all you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. I am old. I'm assuming I'm probably the oldest one here, even. But I fucking grew up going to the fucking video store every Friday and Saturday night, renting the goriest looking shit you never heard of, just because it had blood on the cover. Like
yeah.
I discovered a lot of great horror movies.
What year were you born, Crypt?
71.
Yep, I'm older than you by 1 year.
I was born 65.
Were you?
No,
I was gonna say no, you weren't. Yeah.
1983.
Yeah.
You're a baby. You're just a baby.
My wife was born in 82. Yeah.
All right, 6, Crypt, you're up.
All right, number 6 for me. We're gonna go to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and maybe I've heard arguments that she may actually be the original final girl for what that's worth. But let's go with Marilyn Burns.
Good call.
Her and Olivia Hussey, I've heard go back and forth arguing over who is the original final girl. Olivia Hussey was number 10 on my list, by the way. But the final scene in Chainsaw, that the back of the pickup truck scene with her, where that's such an iconic stay with you forever scene to me. So
Yeah.
you know, she's one of the staple scream queens in my book.
Good call.
Agree.
All right. So we are now to Tony, number 6.
Now we're top 5, and after that's right, you still got your 6s, but then it'll be the top 5. So it's real business now, baby.
Getting down to nitty gritty there.
Yeah, let's go.
My number 6 is Charlene Theron.
Oh,
Okay.
I love her so much.
Like, she's so versatile in things, especially like Monster. You know, like she's a great actress. I don't think I really need to say much about her, but yeah, she came to my mind.
Yeah, she came on a few places.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
right in the wet wipes.
Yeah, if you want to see prime Charlize Theron, dude, check out 2 Days in the Valley. That's a great film.
Yeah. The fucking bodysuit is not bad.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, my number 6. You will actually find this chick in my top 10 porn stars when we go to do that. But as a
That could
mainstream
have been
actress,
a way easier list.
yeah. But as far as mainstream, she did a lot of Gene Rowland films, and I really, really enjoy her stuff. And that is Bridget Leahy.
Oh, I thought for sure you were about to say
Masturbation.
Tracy Lords.
Basement. Lords has been in a lot of horror films too. So yeah, that would have been another one that was missed.
Yeah.
So, but Bridget's always been one of my tops, and for a lot of different reasons. But yeah. So
she can put in a stiff performance.
Yes, very much so. Number 5, Tony, you're up.
My number 5, I have where the hell is it? Catherine O'Hara, actually.
Okay. I don't recognize her name. What films has she been in?
She's from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mom.
Oh, okay. The mother.
Oh
Yeah.
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 She's in Argyle. That's just come out.
She was in Home Alone too, right? Home Alone.
Yeah.
Isn't she in
Home Alone? She's the mom in Home Alone.
Yeah.
She's in Pain Hustlers. I'm just reading off what it.
Is she in Schitt's
Creek?
Yeah.
Yep. Schitt's Creek.
I love her. She's in all those SCTV guys movies with Eugene Levy and all those guys, and like the Breaking Wind or whatever, and the dog show movies and all that shit.
Yeah.
She's in all those. I think she's a goddamn hilarious man.
Oh, she is.
And Michael Keaton's just done an interview. He's just seen the first cut, not the final cut, but one of the cuts of Beetlejuice 2, and he says her performance is better than in the first one. He goes, she's funnier in this one than she is the first one.
Yeah,
and he
I love
says
her.
he reckons she'll steal the film with how good she is. And she's one of the reasons why she's one of the reasons why he actually signed up to want to do the sequel. So I think he wouldn't have done it without her or Winona Ryder, because I know some of the cast can't be in it because one's passed away, the other one's not really does much, and Gina Davis in their character is probably in a different place.
Is Gina Davis back? Is Gina Davis back? Is Alec Baldwin back?
No. Well, to my knowledge, they're not.
The redhead guy that was also the principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I think he got arrested for child porn or something.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah, well, I was trying to hint that that's why he probably isn't going to be in it. And obviously, the one who played the designer who had the book, he's passed away.
Oh, he died.
Him who had the book, who was doing the seance.
Yeah. What did he have?
Was it Onslow or something he played?
Yeah.
He's passed away. That actor. Yeah, he died a few years ago, and so the only original members that they could have is Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, but he wouldn't have been cast anyway because he's doing the Rust court case at the minute.
Is that whole gun
Ryder in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Winona Ryder's in it. I think the only 3 original members is Winona Ryder, Kathleen O'Hara, and Michael Keaton. You've got then obviously you mentioned her name, Jenny Ortega's in it, and William Dafoe's in it.
Oh wow,
yeah, that'll be cool.
All right,
Yeah.
my number 5 is one that was already brought up, so we don't need to spend too much time on it, but is the mighty Linnea Quigley.
You
So her
gotta
lip
love
is,
Linnea Quigley. There, I
oh
still
yeah,
picture her bent over with her little skirt on in the damn convenience store scene where she
Well,
makes the joke about, "Do you guys got sour nut balls or whatever?" You know.
well,
yeah, she is.
we can skip my number 5 because I also picked Linnea Quigley.
There
Nice.
Do
you
you want to hear
go.
my Linnea Quigley story? I'll do it
Yes,
Sure.
I
quick.
do. Yes, I do.
I met her at Monster Mania. It was like the second time I met her, and I had brought my wife with me, and I said, "Oh, it was like I think I met her at Chiller, and then like I went to Monster Mania, and I was like, oh hey,' and it wasn't that long after. She's like, oh hey, hi, I remember you. Whether or not that's true, whatever, it's nicer to say. And I was like, I wanted my wife to meet you. She's like, oh hi, she's saying hi and everything. So I got her autograph, and I got a picture from I almost said Night of the Axe from Return of the Living Dead. And I said, I think of these stupid jokes and they come out wrong. So you know how she takes the lipstick and puts it in her nipple.
Yeah,
I said something to her like, I was gonna ask if you had any lipstick, but I know where it is, or something like that. Like some stupid, like it came out like duh. And she's like, what? And I said it again, and she still didn't get it. And the guy's like, I think he wants you to sign it in lipstick. And I'm like, if you want. So she put this lipstick on and she kissed the picture.
Cool.
And so I have Linnea Quigley DNA. So when they perfect human cloning, I can make my own Linnea Quigley.
Oh, dude, I want
that's what
one,
you're gonna
bro.
do.
I want one, bro.
Yeah,
And
so
when you do
when I
that,
met her at Joe Bob's, like I was able to get her to sign this.
Nice. There you go. Fuck yeah. She's awesome, man. I really like her segment in that In Search of Darkness documentary too, man. That's pretty.
I haven't checked those out.
Dude, they're
In
amazing, man. They're so much fun.
You're killing me,
In
small.
Crypt, did you see she's still got a load of acting credits in pre-production on IB?
Yeah,
she is
dude,
back.
she's very
fully.
busy in films.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
very
man.
busy.
There's even like they did another slime aroma bowl-arama like a couple years ago too, which
I saw that. It was pretty good.
It's pretty funny too. Yeah, they
I mean, the funny thing is, like, we talk about like, Tracy Lords, who used to be in porn, that did like, horror films, but Ginger Lynn did a lot of stuff too. She's in some zombie stuff and stuff like that. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, what are we at? Number 4?
Number 4.
Number 4.
All right, let's go to Tony.
My number 4 is Kathy Bates.
Okay, good one.
I love
Misery.
Misery is another one of those that has
American
burned into
Horror.
my
She was
brain.
really good in that.
Yeah,
That's an
brilliant
iconic
in American Horror Story.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
but that misery scene is iconic, man. That's like
Yeah, the funny thing is like I read the book. When I read the book, I envisioned her as the chick, and sure enough, she got the part. So I was like, it fit perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I like her in is it that film, The Trial of Doris Claiborne? Is it
Doris Claiborne?
Yeah, where she kills her husband, and you see the flash. I thought she's fucking awesome in that.
Yeah, that's a good book too. Actually, that's a Stephen King book. Yeah.
Crypt, number 4.
Number 4. Well, we did bring up my number 4 earlier, but I'm going to do it again because the original, the Italian Gothic horror maiden, Mario Bava's Black Sunday is one of my favorite movies. I still watch it once a year. Barbara Steele, man.
Yeah.
The Pit and the Pendulum with Vincent Price is another movie that I regularly revisit, and Barbara Steele is in it. The horrible Dr. Hitchcock, The Long Hair of Death, and the absolute must-watch 1964's Castle of Blood. Such a great fucking movie, man.
Yep.
A small part in David Cronenberg's 1975 version of Shivers, too, by the way. So.
Yep. Definitely. All right.
Barbara Steele, man. Money shot.
Kevin, number 4.
Well, she's already been mentioned, but it's one of my all-time favorite films, and it is Shelley Duvall from The Shining. I absolutely love that film, and just her scene where she's trapped in the bathroom, and the fear in her eyes is just. iconic. I remember when I seen The Shining for the very first time, I was hiding behind the sofa because my mum and dad said it's time to go to bed, but I managed to sneak back in the living room. And that scene where she's trapped behind the door in the bathroom, I always remember. I think I nearly pissed me pants behind the sofa because I was frightened to move because it felt like Jack Nicholson was real, and I was waiting for him to fucking pounce at us. That's how vivid that film in The Shining.
Yeah.
And that even the sequel film that came out a few years ago, I think that's a fairly decent film. And
I
think
Dr. Sleep's amazing. Dr. Sleep is amazing.
Dr. Sleep's great, and I think that's more faithful to the book than
What's
what
her
the
name
original
even?
Shining film was.
Something Rose, but she was great. Rose the Hat, she was fucking great.
Rebecca Ferguson. Oh my god, dude!
Rebecca Ferguson, yeah.
I love her, man. Oh my god, I love her.
Well, she's in the Dune franchise at the minute.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love her.
All right, number 4. This is kind of ruined, but because of dickhead above us. Number 4 for me, Barbara Crampton, Reanimator, Puppet Master, Lords of Salem, Tales of Halloween, one of the greatest anthologies ever. Jacob's Wife, if you haven't checked that out, she's freaking hilarious in that. So great. Love her to death.
Your
Just
list
so you
is
know, the
painfully
dickhead above me is you.
You're painfully missing From Beyond from your Barbara Crampton list, by the way.
It's true.
From
Well, I
Beyond
was just throwing shit in there. I mean, I couldn't fit everything, obviously.
That scene though, where she's wearing that black lingerie and that motherfucking From Beyond movie was life altering for me when I was a kid, man. Like,
of course, for everybody.
Don't forget, I've literally just fucking had to put some of this list together. I'm working as I go.
Yeah, I know you only had like a week. I know it was hard, but
He's never gonna forgive me, is he?
We'll be great friends after I gut punch you 3 times for the Barbara Crampton thing. And then,
I've got plenty of guts, and I've got plenty of titties.
All right,
like our list.
We're at number 3 now, and we're gonna start with Kevin. Maybe I shouldn't start with Kevin. I don't know.
No, number 3 is a woman that I love. I think more about how good looking she is than her actual career as an actress. And it is, wait there, I forgot her name. Because my list has dropped off my phone. I've got it here.
No.
And it is Adrian Barbeau. Is it Adrian Barbeau? Barbeau. Yeah, she was in The Fog. I think she's a fantastically talented actress. And I think back in the day, she was one of the hottest women in Hollywood.
Dude, I could never get past Iraq. Could never do it. But like The Fog, she had a great segment in Creep Show. Escape from New York, just so great. She's a great actress.
I think her segment in Creep Show, like her segment in Creep Show, is probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's iconic.
Because
Did you know though that she actually does, if I recall, she does like a lot of voice things for like whenever there's like computer stuff, like just computer voices, like the thing that the chess play, that's her. Talking Russell gets all pissed off about fucking lying bitch, cheating bitch, or whatever he says.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna play off of that because my number 3 is also Adrian Barbeau and fucking.
Are these actresses who played villainesses or heroines? It could be both, actually. Yeah,
generally scream queens. We're going for scream queens, Casabo.
Unless you're Tony, he's just picking them out of a fucking hat. But
that was the original. That was the original assignment anyway. But Adrian Barbeau, people, she did a lot of TV stuff. She was in the TV show Mauled. She was Arthur's daughter in that TV show back, and I thought she was so fucking hot back then. The famous nude scene, I can't believe nobody's mentioned in the fucking Swamp Thing, bro. When she's walking out
with Swamp Thing.
Yeah, with no top on and she's getting naked in the swamp. That's an iconic scene. Yeah. Fucking I love. Of course you mentioned Creep Show. That's a fucking she's brilliant in that fucking movie. But the fog, and everything.
Did anyone watch the shortly run? Was it on Amazon Prime Swamp Thing television show? That
I did. I thought it was great. I watched it.
I never got around to it.
I think a lot of people were shocked it was cancelled after one season.
Yes, it was so good.
I haven't seen it, but I don't know if it might have done reasonably well, but I don't know if it's just because of production costs. It's just too expensive.
It was dark and fucked up and fucking well made. I was very pissed off.
Just the way you want it.
Right.
I was always curious because I am still to this day haven't seen it.
Yeah,
it would be
I
cool.
recommend it still.
Did
You'll be
Adrian
disappointed
Barbeau? Did Adrian Barbeau? Did she make an appearance in it? Like as a cameo?
She should have, but she didn't. No.
Yeah, I thought they might have brought a couple of the original actors or actresses back to be in the show.
Yeah, first time I ever saw Adrian Barbeau was in Back to School.
Rodney Dangerfield's wife, the cheating wife. Yeah.
Yep, that's the first time I saw her.
Yeah.
Now, hey, for you horror fans, can you guess who was the starring lady in Swamp Thing 2?
Heather Locklear.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Swamp Thing. Really good.
Crypt, you're number 3.
That was my number 3 too. Was Adrian Barbeau. Yep.
Tony.
I'm gonna go with Christina Ricci.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. She was one of my also rans, but I love her.
Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
She's like
Sleepy Hollow.
A week or so older than me, so if I ever meet her, we're both Pisces.
There you go. Prozac Nation, isn't that the one where it opens up where she's sitting there topless for a while, man?
Yes.
You want to see a fucked up movie? Watch her in Buffalo 66, though.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, it's a good movie.
It's right there. I'm not grabbing it for you.
You haven't watched it, have you?
I have seen it. All right, enough with busting my balls, okay? I can't sit in my fucking room all day like you and watch everything and put a poster on the wall. I've seen that one.
Tony, I love you, man. I love you, man.
He's in a good movie called The Gathering. Have you seen that?
I don't think I've seen that. No. Shame on me.
I'll tell you what I like her in. I like her in Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's a really... And Christopher Walken is the Headless Horseman's fucking wicked in that. I love him in that.
Has Miranda Richardson, too.
Yeah. I would like her in my bedroom.
Well, when she leaves, I'll send her your way.
Yeah, do it. Hey, I'll take
I'll
my
take
number 3 is... I ain't afraid.
My number 3 is, guess who?
Yeah, look, we got a number 3, almost a consensus going on here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, getting down to the nitty gritty now. Number 2, we're gonna start with Tony.
My number 2 is Sigourney Weaver.
Nice.
Okay. Alien franchise, definitely. Ghostbusters.
Yeah. She was a goodie back then.
Wasn't she in? Didn't she voice? Or wasn't she just made a cameo? Was it Is it the Cabin in the Woods or something like that? She was in.
Oh, was she in that?
In what?
Oh, yes, she was at the end. Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
She's in the end of that. Yeah.
She has a knack of playing like these really bitchy women. Now she plays like real hardcore bitches.
She was in like the Justice League show or the Defenders, on Netflix. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Galaxy Quest. She's awesome in Galaxy Quest.
She looks great in that. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So hot. I was so in love with her in Ghostbusters era, man. Good grief.
Yeah.
She's a sexy woman.
She didn't.
That's for sure.
I don't think she made an appearance, did she, in the last one, Afterlife?
I don't think so either. No.
I know that they had her do a shitty cameo as a different character on the one with all the women, the 2016 one.
Right.
Which was fucking just pathetic. But actually, I think she's in the end credit scene where Venkman, how she does that test and the electrocute. When you got I think they did that at the end, and that's her only appearance. And I don't even think she's going to be in the new one, Frozen Kingdom.
I just saw Afterlife a couple days ago.
Frozen Empire.
I really loved that. Like a baby.
Afterlife wasn't bad.
With a lot of these remakes or reboots, they're very hollow, where they don't capture the magic of the original. Where I thought Afterlife was a mixture of originality, but it kept the heart and, the nostalgia of the originals. It was a good mix of the both, and it's very rare that happens, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, at least in that, like, the main ghost is Gozer again. Well, in the fucking... Now, I don't mind the female Ghostbusters. I thought as a movie it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
Is the symbol, like the ghost from the Ghostbusters symbol.
Yeah, that was weak.
Like, that's like stupid.
Yeah, that was weak.
Spoilers.
Crypt, number 2.
All right, my number 2 actually is not so prolific, this one, but when I think Scream Queen, the very first image that comes to my mind is Jessica Harper from Suspiria.
Okay.
That the scenes where I think Argento does such a brilliant job of the splashing of colors in contrast to the actual screaming. There's several scenes where she's actually screaming, and those play well. It's a literal part of the scream is almost a fucking separate entity in the movie, in those movies. You know what I mean? So in that way, it comes to mind to me first. So Jessica Harper, who's now 74 years old, by the way, that blows my mind. But she was also in Shock Treatment, underappreciated, the follow-up to Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I thought was pretty fun.
Down on the Paradise.
Yes.
She was in that.
She was the Susan Sarandon role, which I thought was pretty fun. But still active, acting, and Suspiria is an all-time great for me. So
Kevin,
I didn't really care for Suspiria. I think I probably got to watch it because I think everybody hypes it up for me. That's why I'm like, I don't see the big deal. Right. I will agree though that the colors in it were amazing, and I'm more of a Fulci fan. That's
fine.
Fulci's great.
Yeah, great. Can't go wrong there. Yeah, that's a beautiful.
See, I don't have to pick either or. They're both good.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
I love Demons. Demons is amazing.
Demons is amazing. That second one's good too.
Demons, the second one's great. So mine would have to be what everyone considers one of the original or one of the most famous of the Scream Queen. She's already been mentioned, and it's Jamie Lee Curtis, because obviously Halloween was one of the first horror films I seen at a young age, and like everyone else, it made an impact on us when I was younger, her performance. And obviously, throughout the year, she's returned to the franchise, which is obviously that made her a star. And, like you say, she did a few other horror movies, but since then, she's catapulted into mainstream, and then she kind of disappeared for a while. And then, obviously, she came back with the reboot, the sequel reboot, whatever you want to call it, trilogy. And it's kind of catapulted her back into mainstream, and now she's like, I thought she was fucking brilliant in Knives Out. I thought she was great in that, and then she's in Borderlands, and then Everything Everywhere All at Once was alright, was decent.
Oh, I love that. I thought that was really good.
So she's really made like yes, she's always kind of been maybe above a B actress, but she hasn't always been, I would say, A-list level, because she kind of disappeared. But now she's like the hottest she's ever been right now. And that seems to happen with a lot of actors back in the 80s or 90s. They fade away and they seem to come back. Like Kurt Russell. For example, he was huge in the 80s or 90s, and then he kind of faded out a bit. But now he's making a huge, like, Hateful Eight, the Monarch Legacy of Monster series, and he obviously Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So it's like, it seems to like, it's like every now and then certain actors are able to recycle or be, reborn again in popularity. And she's like a Scream Queen that's always remained, but I would say under the radar, but then suddenly she's just exploded again.
Yeah, for sure.
So my number 2 has been brought up before, but this is a particular actress who I think ultimately will be top tier legacy of horror. She's in one of the favorite werewolf horror film, The Howling. It's Dee Wallace.
Nice.
She is the epitome of horror for me.
Yeah, buddy.
Love all her stuff that she's in, and she's my number 2. Which brings us
to fought off Cujo, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So now we're coming to the queen of the horror franchise.
This is everyone's queen, everyone's number one.
And we will start with Kevin.
Well, my number one is your number two. It's Dee Wallace. Because I absolutely adore her. I might have fucked up earlier on with the Barbara situation. But,
yeah, you're going to have to revisit that one, buddy.
I think I've made it up with my top five. But I just love that. And like you, man, Cujo it's one of my all-time favorites. It's like her performance in that is just outstanding. The film's fantastic. I don't think they'll ever remake it because I think they'd have to make him a fucking friendly puppy by the end of the film because of the wokeness. They couldn't make you would have to go from being like the Hounds of fucking Baskervilles to see fucking Clifford, the big red friendly dog by the end. They would have to give it a happy ending at the end instead of a dark ending because of the world we live in. But yet in real life, especially here in the UK, they've now just banned American XL bullies.
Are you from the UK?
I'm from the UK, yeah.
I was being sarcastic.
So
I was with you, Tony.
So they've just banned them dogs, for example, in the UK because there's been loads of attacks through them, and unfortunately there's been a few deaths, and the deaths have been children. So
what did they ban?
Dogs.
Dogs, American XL bullies, bulldogs have been banned from the UK. And if you've got to have anyone that's got one has to have it licensed, and it has to be only allowed out in the vicinity of a yard. And if it does leave the premises, it has to have a leash and a muzzle on at all times. It's like so these are like real life dark situation with dogs. So, obviously, the way the media is, if someone wanted to bring out a fucking murder and dog film, it's not going to go down well. So, but back in the 80s, the 90s, they couldn't give a fuck. They'd make a fucking film out of a fucking walking, killing dildo if they wanted.
Well, it was so brilliant, too, because they were using a St. Bernard in Cujo. So, it's like, you didn't expect a St. Bernard to be that vicious.
Yeah, right.
All right, Crypt, you're up. Number one. Who's your number one? They
made it effective. Well, my number one is the one that Kevin shitted out of his mouth earlier. But dude, Barbara Crampton for me is the bee's knees, man. I love her in every way, shape, or form. Her teaming up with Jeffrey Combs in the Lovecraftian things, especially like Reanimator and From Beyond, are some of my favorite movies ever. The iconic scene, even where she's strapped to the bed in Reanimator and she's naked and they're holding the head and she's getting ready to get head from the decapitated head.
Yeah.
That shit is like the fucking most iconic scene of my goddamn lifetime, I feel like. And when it comes to the lingerie scene from Beyond, and she's made an amazing comeback because, dude, in the last several years, she's made amazing, fantastic horror movies again. That Suitable Flesh I just recently watched with her and Heather Graham is a fantastic movie. Another Lovecraftian movie, by the way. It seems like she always hits a home run if it's based on some kind of a H.P. Lovecraft story. But she's in that Sacrifice movie. She's in that fucking she was in the old school Jacob's Wife is a great one. But like old school, man, people sleep on. They talk about some of the big ones, but like Chopping Mall was a great fucking movie. Pulse Power.
I love Chopping Mall. I forgot she was in there.
Great movie, dude.
I totally forgot about that, but yes, that's a fucking epic movie. I like Chopping Mall.
I got to give a shout out to my buddy Tim fucking Connerly, who fucking made the Death to Metal movie a few years ago, a horror movie for us metalheads, which I do recommend for all you guys. Go out there and pick up a copy and support my boy. But he has a dream of making Chopping Mall 2, man. And his vision of it is amazing because nowadays malls are dead, they're dead places. Nobody goes to the fucking mall. So it's fertile ground, man. Somebody help this guy get that movie made. But Puppet Master, Transfers 2, and the amazing Castle Freak, man. I love Castle Freak. That's a great fucking movie. So.
Yeah.
Barbara Crampton, man, the bee's knees, my number one scream queen of all time.
Tony
was number 23 or something on my list.
Yeah, there you go. some random bitch on this guy's list, you know.
Now, I want to say something about Dee Wallace. When I think of her, I actually think of her role in The Frighteners. Because I didn't know that was her at first.
Underloved movie.
And she played such a good character in that, like crazy. But to go to my number one, everybody likes Linnea Quigley the most. I'm a Michelle Bauer fan.
Okay. I love Michelle Bauer.
Like I will almost get everything she's in. And she's a very nice person. I just recently met her a couple weeks ago on Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel. She was a guest on there, and she's got a sick sense of humor like us, so she'd fit in. Is great. But yeah, she's fantastic. I think she's not just sexy and great, but I think she really lights up the screen when she comes on. And yeah, she's my number one pick for sure.
Nice. Good call.
Another killer old school choice. So
yeah.
All right. So that brings me to me. And you know, she was mentioned at some point in this. Before I get to her film credits, I got a little bit of a little clip of some of her stuff and her work. Like Tony, when it comes to Linnea's DNA, if I could go back in time and just like freeze time with her and be a little bit older, because obviously I was really young when in the 70s. If I could literally be like old enough to be with her at that point, like I would. And this chick has always mesmerized me with her work, her look, obviously, her acting. And this is just a little clip of who she is.
Dig it.
Mm.
And for those that don't know, it's the lovely Carolyn Monroe.
And you can't go wrong with fucking old school bikini shots.
Oh no. And she's on my bucket list too, because I would love to like actually meet her and talk to her, but I've just never been able to do that.
Well, so did you want to beat me up then? Because I had her at 25 on my list. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of need you to come over there and just kick you in the balls.
Yeah, I did to you what Kevin did to me. Yeah.
Right. So I was going to definitely bring that up for sure. Because, yeah. So that's my number one. And that, guys, this has been a blast, though. Like, even despite some of the hiccups, because a couple of people couldn't do their job right. But,
well, some jackass made us pick 25 of them, for God's sakes.
And like I told you, I had all these runner-ups too. So it's like I told you, it was difficult. It was really difficult.
I'm surprised nobody, I'm really.
But you know what? I do give credit because, like, I didn't even think of Michelle Bauer either, and there were some other ones that popped up. To like, oh yeah, that's right. So I mean, it's good when you can do that. You know. Sorry, Kevin, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, like. This isn't me being sarcastic, but why did nobody mention Sherry Moon Zombie?
No.
There's some reasons.
Yeah, I got a few reasons, but
I mean, she's not actress,
but she's not.
She's
that's
not
me
horrible.
Being sarcastic.
Yeah,
I know.
She wouldn't have made my list.
I mean, look, I love looking at her, but you know, she is pretty one-dimensional in my opinion. But like, I do enjoy her work.
Yeah, I don't think she's terrible, but yeah, that's fun.
Okay, so what do you guys? Let's talk about what you guys got coming up on your channels. Kevin, got anything coming up that you're doing?
I'm currently in the process of sometime today uploading my top 10 samurai movies. So that's going to be up on the channel. I'm also this Sunday going to be doing a retro review on the Kaiju Connection segment with Thrash Pondo. We're going to be doing the film Them from 1954.
Nice.
And I'm going to be putting up a review tomorrow of the new film Damsel by Millie Bob Brown. That's on Netflix. And I'm doing a review of No Way Up, the new shark film, which is coming out, which I've already seen it. So that's going to be an interesting review.
Is it in a theater or is it in streaming?
It was released in streaming here in the UK.
Okay.
So I don't know when it's getting released. I think it's been released in Australia because I think it's in It's a joint production
because they have all
between
the sharks over
Australia and
there.
America, I think. So it's already had an Australian release and a UK release.
Crypt, what you got coming up?
I got some great interviews actually in the works, man. We got Atrophy coming on to talk about their reformation and the album that they are about to release, which is pretty killer. Looking forward to that. I have Lee from I have Cam coming from Massacre to come and talk to us about where they're going and what they're doing and couple of lineup changes. So we got some big interviews coming for you. And don't miss that I'm finally going to release the movie countdown that you and me and the guys from Thralls of Metal did, where we talked about the greatest heavy metal movies of all time are. So
cool.
Out.
Sweet.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Tony, what do you got coming up, brother?
Well, I'm in the process of getting a new computer. So as soon as that happens, I'll be able to stream more. I'm going to do lives more often. I have other ideas in mind for shows that I want to do. There's a reason I'm watching Little Monsters right now and stuff like that. I might go back to reviews, but I don't really buy much new stuff anymore. So I feel like if I did reviews, it's going to be like older things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a maybe. But I have things in my mind. I have a lot of green screen stuff. I want to do a lot of that kind of stuff. I also want to try out scaring people on Omegle or on TV now. So I'm looking into that.
Okay, cool.
Even if it's just me sitting there with a Freddy mask on or something in the dark, maybe freaking some people out. So I want to try that kind of stuff.
Sweet.
As for me, if I do it, that's another thing.
Well, me and Anubis on my channel, I started a thing called the Retro Classic Movie Show, and it's where we do old movie reviews from the 80s onwards. So if we come up with an idea to do a horror film, we could get used to on to review a classic horror film.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I know we're going to be doing Conan the Barbarian soon too on your channel.
Ooh, yeah,
so we're going to be doing that. We're also from my cinematic synergy that Mr. Lambert and I have been doing for a while now. Once a month, we choose a film, we alternate, and next week he and I will be sitting down to review Kill Command, which was a lot of fun. That was a very fun movie. And then
I have that added to my queue ever since you told me about it. So.
Yeah, because we did some trailer reactions last week, Tony and I, so that was a lot of fun too. And then also I'm going to try to get back to doing my Lone Wolf of Dub series where I'll be reviewing Anbak, the Thai warrior. So I'll be reviewing that as well. So, yeah, got things coming up. I got something later in the month with Samurai. It's another Versus, but I forget the movies offhand, so I have to go back and look at that. But, yeah, guys, I appreciate you all joining me for this. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for taking the time out to do this with me. And I know, Crypt, you want me to send you a copy of this so you can kind of go through it for your own channel and stuff. So
yeah, I'll put in some clips and we'll have some fun with it.
All right, you can make fun of Kevin for ruining your entire list. Just kidding.
I still love you, Kevin. We're good, my friend.
Yeah, we're good. We're all like brothers here.
For sure.
All right, guys, hold on. For the rest of you, thank you for checking this out. Subscribe and like the channel if you enjoy the content. And if you have any ideas or any comments about the list, let us know what you think. Maybe flame us if you think we got some too high or too low. And we'll see you next time on the Metal-O-Time Radio Podcast. Cheers.
Just a big boy.